Certified salute. Man, we be trying to tell these tethers, no matter how much tether trauma bonding they try to do, no matter how much tether babbling they try to do, that they ain't us. And every time they gets to running, every time they gets to falling, foundational Black Americans always be the last ones standing. So if you a certified foundational Black American, I need you to go ahead and stand on up as we bring it all the way in. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
FBA all day, not some of the day, not kind of the day, not sort of the day, all day, all the way. And I need all my certified foundational Black Americans, please stand up and be accounted for and let your boy know where you're at right now. The whole world is watching us. Every village, every continent, all the dusties and rusties, all the wannabes, everybody locked in to foundational Black Americans because we are the talk of the town. We are the voice of the nation, and we are about to represent to the fullest. Let me see what's going on in the building for my certified FBA. Let's see where you're at. I already see in the building. Maryland's posted up. Boston's in the building. The 773-412 in the building, in the place. Let's go to work. I see Milwaukee, Chicago, 383-303. Arlington, Texas, Louisiana. What's happening, baby? You already know Virginia's in here. Philly's in here. Inglewood's in here. Inglewood always up to real good. Boogie down. Minneapolis, Chicago again. Run it back. August, I see you in the building. I see St. Plains. I see it all. Milwaukee, Brooklyn in the building. That's the 718. Dallas is in the building. Jacksonville, Duval County, Atlanta 2 times, 3 times, the Bronx, Seattle, Sacramento, Columbus, Brooklyn, Nebraska, Boston, Brooklyn, again, San Diego, and we in here. Houston and Detroit done stepped into place. Certified salute from the Black Alpha Network. We in here. How all my brothers and sisters doing, okay? Let's start this off. How y'all living today, family? Let's go ahead and start this off the right way because once we get to roasting, we about to roast. And family, let me tell you something. We got us a big old ex-playing tether who love him some W's women's. Okay, so the roasting gonna be extra special today. But before we get to all of that, love y'all with a passion. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good tonight, family? All my brothers in here, y'all doing good? All my sisters in here, y'all doing good? I like to see that. You good? I appreciate that. Love seeing it, family. Love seeing the whole team. I see you all day. Shout out to the 305. I see you, Chicago. Yes, indeed. You energized, my brother. Tired, but energized. I ain't mad at you. Feeling amazing? Love it. Fabulous? Love it. Let's go. You feeling good as well? All right. I'm feeling good. We feeling good. We all in here. Let's go to work. And family, how do we go to work? We let everybody know one thing. There are foundational Black Americans, and then there's everybody who wants to be a foundational Black American. And the only way you can be a foundational Black American is if you were born a foundational Black American. I mean, it's pretty simple. Can't put it more clear, more direct, more exclusive. It's all us. So when tethers come out here and they say the craziest damn things, family, like Black Americans and immigrants are all one. Shit, who told you that? Who told you that, family? So let me tell you what we're going to do on this episode, this classic broadcast incoming. We about to go all the way in on these tether podcasts. Goddamn, how many are there? We're going to go in on these comedians. Godfrey, I see you on the chat. Godfrey be a little too flip-floppy for me, okay? And we're going to go in on everybody. And what do you do when you go in, family? You start off 100 miles an hour, and that's exactly what we're going to do. On this 154 podcast, you had them talking about Black Americans. And this man had the nerve to say something along the lines of, he don't like FBA and Black Americans is all one. Well, I got some certified foundational Black Americans in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and clap back. Let it go. Let's go.
I want to talk about this because there's this term that I know people are not going to like this, but I don't like the term FBA because I think it is the most separatist term coined back in 2019 by
Tariq Nasheed.
And Tariq Nasheed coined this term, and maybe he had good intent because it's like, hey, how do we separate when it comes to reparations and being able to say, hey, this belonged to the black slaves that came to America and their descendants. And I get that. I get and understand that concept. But what it does, it furthers this idea of separation. Yeah. And I think back again to childhood and the stuff that even as an adult, like, I'm not African. I'm anything but African, right?
Stop. Yeah, goddamn right. I ain't African. Why the truth make you so upset? Why do facts hurt you so damn much? The only reason somebody will get upset at the truth, we ain't Africans, is because them Africans want to be black Americans. That's the only reason. Fam, is this a tether trauma bonding podcast? How many tether trauma bonding podcasts are there? Every time I turn around, when I was a kid, and even when I'm grown, hell, he said even when he's grown. This is a big old 6'4" African, and he talking about even when I was grown, y'all said things that hurt my feelings. Your feelings are musty, okay? Your feelings need some deodorant. How about that, family? That's why you got your arms closed. Y'all know these people stay hurt by getting told no. No is a very simple term. It's very clear. There's nothing in between. You ain't us. We ain't you. Point blank. And you ain't got to like it. We never asked you in the first place. Family, watch how he even goes further. And watch how Godfrey be over there saying, yep, that's true now. Yep, I kind of feel you now. Watch it.
Separate when it comes to reparations and being able to say, hey, this belonged to the black slaves that came to America and their descendants. And I get that. I get and understand that concept. But what it does, it furthers this idea of separation. Yeah. And I think back again to childhood and the stuff that even as an adult, like, I'm not African. I'm anything but African, right? I got Indian in my blood. Yeah. I'm Creole. I'm anything but African.
Stop! Y'all see right there? Why are the Africans always so mad that black Americans are indigenous to America? I'm going to tell you why. Because if we're indigenous to America, like we are, that means they can't be us no more. They want us to be indigenous to Africa, and we ain't. They want us to be some type of African running around in the village, and we not. Notice all the Pan-Africans, they be the main ones locking arms and kicking their legs with $2 Tonto, trying to get black Americans to come up off of the indigenous. You can't come up off of something that already is. And why you give a damn what we doing over here? Why you care who we are? Why you care about foundational black American indigenous history? Sound like you want foundational black American reparations is what it sound like. Oh, we going in today, family. I woke up feeling extra certified. Let's go.
And so when you say foundationally black American, it's like, yes, I can say I'm foundationally black American and I am not you. I'm like, no. Because like my father used to tell me, I don't know what all these fuss is about. They are the same people. You guys are brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Your daddy ain't said that. Stop playing. Stop playing. Hell no. Fam, y'all notice how they be trying to retwist it now and be like, my dad said he loved you. My dad said we friends. Then how come we got all the stories of y'all coming over here disrespecting us? Oh, we gonna get to the bottom today. There ain't gonna be 15 different stories. And all your stories don't add up with our stories. And our stories are the valuable stories because we are the valuable black Americans. Remember, you in my house. When you step up in our house, family, you got to play by whose rules? What's the saying, fam? When you live under my roof, you got to abide by my rules. Well, my rules say that your tether ass is lying, and your daddy never said that. What your daddy was doing was passing down the anti-black American bigotry, and you are following.
And they're like, my dad said, y'all, bro, man, we ain't your brother. We ain't African booty scratchers. No, but we look alike. No.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about this.
Stop. We look alike. Says who? Says what? Says where? Oh, stop. Hold up. Wait a minute. So we basing this all off of just having random melanin? That's what it is. Let's go there, fam. Africa is a different place. It's a different continent on the other side of the world. Everything that you can say that can be different is different. It's not the same place. We don't live in any countries in Africa. We're not from the continent of Africa, in a whole different location. Do y'all know that we are the only people that they try to connect to people who live on the other side of the planet Earth? Nobody would do that. Fam, if you got somebody in one hemisphere, someone else in another hemisphere, they don't walk around and say they're the same because they got a little bits of melanins. And let's be honest, y'all don't value the melanin anyway. Did your father tell you how much he don't like the melanin? Matter of fact, what the hell your father doing over here in the first place? Oh, okay. So you come from anywhere but Africa places. Okay, that's the household that you come from. See, fam, we can't allow people to try to lecture us on anything that we do when everything that they say comes from another place. They don't like it. Would you ever respect somebody who ran away from their house and they want to come and squat in your house? Because that's what tethers really are. It's time we go ahead and say it. Tethers want squatter rights because tethers are squatters. Straight up and down. They find the nearest place, they invade it, they run up in it, and they just set up shop. And then they get mad when the rightful owner tells them they have to leave. Think about it, fam. They run up in our places, they try to squat, and then they want all these damn rights and benefits that don't belong to them. These are tether squatters. Oh, we ain't done. Oh, no. Let me go ahead and run back another little thing I noticed. Notice when he brings up FBA, Godfrey just like, oh, yeah, Tariq, Notice Godfrey didn't check none of this. Oh, we're going to go in today. One thing about me, fam, we ain't in here playing Connect Four. No. We're going to go full time on this one. Everybody got it.
Because there's this term that I know people are not going to like this, but I don't like the term FBA because I think it is the most separatist term coined back in 2019 by
Tariq Nasheed.
Both of these, look at him, fam. Look at him. It ain't funny when you sitting here telling me that you don't like a term that identifies my lineage. See, y'all got to be careful with these comedian tethers, okay? Because they mask everything in some type of joke. That's what they do. Godfrey's been doing that for a long time, family. I'm going to go ahead and say it what it is. Godfrey's been doing that for quite some time where he'll make a joke about something and kind of play it off like, oh, this is a joke now. Huh? I know, right? That's how it is. No. I'm going to need all my certified foundational Black American regulators to stand up on this one because it ain't a joke when we out here getting infiltrated by all these individuals who are trying to take away what we've created. It ain't a joke when people have reclassified us 1 billion times. It ain't a joke when everybody can show up all across this planet, come here and get my money. That ain't a laughing matter, homie. And we're going to get right to it, homie, because we in the building. Let's go.
Tariq. And Tariq Nasheed coined this term, and maybe he had good intent because it's like, hey, how do we separate when it comes to reparations and being able to say, hey, this belonged to the black slaves that came to America and their descendants. And I get that. I get and understand that concept. But what it does, it furthers this idea of separation. Yeah. And I think back.
Stop. And Akata doesn't? Akata doesn't further any separation? Notice, family. It's got to be an identifier of our lineage that causes some type of fake separation. It's never a kata. Notice he want to talk about African booty scratcher, but he don't ever talk about a kata. Y'all talking about something that maybe 5 kids might have said back in the 1980s. And this man's a big grown dude. It hurt my feelings. I was a kid and I'm grown and they said about me. Nah, bruh. Fam. His head is looking like Milk Dud Mutombo. How many Milk Dud Mutombos are there, man? Let's go.
Again, to childhood and the stuff that even as an adult, like I'm not African. I'm anything but African, right? I got Indian in my blood. Yeah. I'm Creole. I'm anything but African.
Look at him mocking us, fam. Look at that. Look at how he's mocking us. Look at all that. I'm anything but African. Notice, fam, how he started off talking about FBA and somehow he started talking about things that happened way before the term FBA was coined. Did y'all notice that? Look at the pivot here. I want y'all to identify this here. This isn't just about not liking FBA. This is clearly you not liking Black Americans. You started off by talking about FBA. Somehow you went back to when you was a kid getting called alleged names. Well, the names you got called when you were a kid is way before the term FBA was coined. It is way before we started saying foundational. So this ain't really got nothing to do with FBA now, does it? This really has something to do with y'all want to be us and y'all want to take what belongs to us. And we are your final meal ticket. See, without foundational Black Americans, what really do they have? What really do they got going on for them? What, you're going to go back to tribalism? And a lot of them flee over here. So you got flee and tribalism and fleeing. That's all you really have coming from them particular people from that particular sector. This is why, fam, just his energy alone is why it is not good nor healthy for Black Americans to team up and ally with them type of people. This is just a please let me in. This is Sinners, the Milk Del Mutombo version. That's what this is. Furthermore, y'all, watch how this man continues this.
And so when you say foundationally Black American, it's like, yes, I can say I'm foundationally Black American and I am not you. I'm like, no, because like my father used to tell me, I don't know what all this fuss is about. They are the same people. You guys are brothers.
Yeah.
And they're like, my dad said, y'all, man, we ain't your brother. We ain't African booty scratchers. No, but we look like, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go, family. So somehow that done turned into what your daddy's daddy said, what your mama's mama said. It turned into everything except for you just talking about FBA. That lets you know right there what we talking about. Fam, you got to understand. These people are crashing out and melting down. And us, all of us, foundational Black Americans, family, we are blessed and highly certified. That's what we are. And they're not. And this is why you're starting to see this. They didn't have none of this talk back in the day. Notice all this comes about soon as we start to differentiate. Soon as we start to enforce all the lines, soon as we set boundaries. They got a very serious problem with boundaries. They don't like boundaries. Boundaries don't make them feel good. You want to know why? It's because boundaries put them in a position where they cannot steal from certified foundationals. Let me show y'all even further. Oh, they went all the way live, fam. Oh, they was going there. And this looked like a straight up tether therapy session. That's what they be doing, fam. They be tether therapy sessioning up on these damn podcasts. Let me show y'all this as well. They ended up going in further. And now I want y'all to see they get a little hostility up in here. Notice this turns hostile real fast, family. Looks hostile, sounds hostile. Watch this, my brothers and sisters.
Something that I would just, I think it's and I'd love to hear your thought on it, where Godfrey and I, where we sit, because it is this unique, I don't even know how to answer their own question. And I think it's something that we experience is where, you'll be people say, you probably got this, where you're not American, you're African.
Yeah. You're
not African, you're American. Where were you born? Where were you born? If I tell somebody I'm from Christian, well, man, shut up, man. You African.
Right. Where you really
from? Yeah. Then I go, I'm African. Man, shut up. Where were you born?
You're American.
In LA. Man, you from Crenshaw. Shut up. Like, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, and then to hear people go, well, you're not situated. I'm like, wait, you're not situated to speak on the FBA situation. I'm going, wait, how is my, I'm going, wait, how, like, I don't get it. Like, I've only known America.
You're not foundational.
You're not foundational because your ancestors, like, you've not experienced. I'm like, wait, we the same age. Actually, I'm older than you.
Whoa. Y'all hear all of that cap in there, family? Hold up. Now they're going into, they don't like delineation. Fam, is it they don't like FBA or is it they don't like the fact that FBA has been delineating? This is what it sounds like to me, brothers and sisters. They are straight up and down telling us they don't like delineation. I want y'all to notice something that he said. Notice how he said, we can't say that he's not an American, but he said that we are African. So it's funny how we can say that you are not African, you're an American. You be cool with that. Woo, this is great. But as soon as we start saying we're not African, then it's a problem. See, they don't mind getting told they're not African. They got a problem when we say we're not African. Oh, damn, we cooking tonight. All y'all smash that like button. We in here cooking. Family, y'all notice that? They don't never have a problem with us telling them they're not African. If you told them they're all Americans, they say, yes, we are. Woohoo, love it. Soon as we say that we're not Africans, then they start to trip. That's a destiny swap. That's what that's really about, fam. That is a straight up, true to life destiny swap. That's what they're trying to do. That's what the problem is. It's funny how they can tell us that we are Africans, but we can't tell them they ain't Americans. Fam, at the end of the day, you came from Africa. Your lineage goes back to Africa. You know what the hell we talking about. Miss me when you've been here since the damn immigration law in the 1960s. I don't give a damn. We're talking about your lineage. Your lineage is straight up directly from Africa. And don't sit there and tell me it's not, but then turn around and try to tell us foundational Black Americans that we are some type of people who are from a place that we've never been to. if you really want to go there. Fam, notice this, and this is what I'm talking about. This is more so about delineation than it is about anything. They don't like the fact that Black Americans have delineated. That's what's really pissing them off. Watch this as we proceed. Look at this, fam. Oh, man, look at them. Boy, they in there goddamn sitting down. They having a whole session. Look at the fam. I'm telling y'all, this is a tether therapy session. Watch this.
I'm African. You're American. Where were you born? Where were you born? If I tell somebody I'm from Christian, well, man, shut up, man. You African.
Right. Where you really
Okay, yeah. Then I go, I'm African. Man, shut up. Where were you born?
You're American.
In LA. Man, you from Crenshaw. Shut up. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like,
So you can be an American, but we can't be American, and we from America. That's what he just said, brothers and sisters. You heard it. That's what he's saying. He's saying that he can be an American, even though he's straight up from Africa, and we can't be American. So the people who are indigenous to America can't be American, but his African flea bee family can't all be from us. It don't work that damn way. You don't just have 1 minute where you show up and say, well, I'm going to erase and replace hundreds of thousands of years. Why? Because I said so. This right here is tether therapy and a tether trauma bonding session.
like, and then to hear people go, well, you're not situated. I'm like, wait, you're not situated to speak on the FBA situation. I'm going, wait, how is my, I'm going, wait, how, like, I don't get it. Like, I've only known America.
You're not foundational.
You're not foundational because your ancestors, like, you've not experienced. I'm like, wait, we the same age. Actually, I'm older than you. Like, what do you mean? I seen stuff in the 70s and 80s.
I don't give a damn. You ain't 100,000 years old. Fam, don't let these people talk about something I'm older than you. Is that the new one now, fam? Is that what it is? So, since this man is in his 40s, he's somehow more foundational than one of our children who are 5, 6, 7, 17, 18, 19. So, he's saying because he's 40 years old and he's an anchor baby, he's been in America longer than someone who is from the bloodline. So, according to him, epigenetics don't mean nothing. DNA don't mean nothing. All the family tree, ancestors, elders don't mean nothing. So now they're trying to play the, well, I'm older than you. It don't matter. You can't tell no stories about the 1960s. You can't tell no stories about the 50s or the 40s or the 30s. You ain't 100,000 years old. What you think? Our history don't start when y'all start here in America, partner. We ain't gonna play that game. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it look like our history started when his history started. Your stuff started when y'all family got off that goddamn boat or that plane, point blank. Here's the problem. They got off that damn boat, so they want us to say that we got off a damn boat. They don't like the fact that we've been here. Oh, we in here right now cooking. Let's go.
Before you came around, but
late to the party.
Well,
Yeah.
Bump. So,
27-year-old.
yeah, I've had that. I go, man.
So
or some Nigerian, young Nigerian. You're not Nigerian. I was Nigerian before you. I ate fufu before you.
Literally.
I know a goosey before you. Stupid.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Don't come to me. I go, no, dummy. I'm before you. I'm 30 years of Nigerian before you. I got the N-word before you. I got all that before you, boy. You talk about.
Stop. You got the N-word. Yeah, you probably heard it because your family was saying it. Oh, fam, let's go there. Oh, we about to cook on this. All this stuff about you got called the N-word, so that makes you an FBA? Is that what they're saying? So wait a minute. So they're saying that they're more foundational Black American than anyone who's younger than them. And they're saying they're foundational Black American because they heard the N-word. That's what qualifies you to bypass genetics, bypass DNA, and bypass our ancestral presence. That's what you're saying. Tethers all got here by coming on a boat. So they're obsessed with trying to put us on the damn boat. That's why they don't like indigenous. They don't like that, family. They don't like foundational because foundational really just means indigenous Black Americans. That's what they don't like because they want to put us all in the same thing. They always say misery loves company. And I always say misery don't love company. Misery loves a roommate. See, company comes and goes. Roommate stays. They want us to forever be down bad, like they have been forever down bad in modern history. And by the way, y'all, still haven't heard them talk about Nigeria. Still aren't talking about Africa. This is the thing. They're having these long tether sessions about Black American culture, but yet they ain't said nothing about their homeland. How many times are we going to see these people talking about us and we ain't even in the room? We don't sit there and have this whole conversation about Africa. And if we did, they'd get upset. They'd be like, oh, did you go xenophobic again? Foundational Black Americans are the most stay in our lane, mind our own damn business. And these people still somehow get upset with that. This is what we mean, fam. There ain't none of that right there. Trust me when I tell you. When these people try to play this game that you see on your screen, we shut it down immediately. Black Americans and immigrants are not one. That's why we're called Black Americans and you are called immigrants. The terms were created for a reason. Proceed. Watch him now even further go in and get real hostile.
Hard R and
Hard R, you know?
and I use Barack Obama because I think that's one that many people they hold very, very sacred in America. I was just like, Barack Obama and I are no different. No different.
He's Kenyan.
Like his
Remember
first
Kenyan.
generation. I'm first generation.
But Barack,
Barack Obama, he's your litmus test? He's your example? Good. You are like Barack Obama. Both of y'all ain't Black Americans. How about that then? Oh, you could be Barack Obama. Fam, did he just try to Barack Obama us? You ain't got the news? Where the hell you been? What rock and what village have you been sleeping under? Okay? Because Barack Obama name don't hold no weight in these streets because he's a tether. Barack Obama's always been a tether. Matter of fact, he's the ultimate political tether. So if you think in anything nowadays, you're going to use Barack Obama as some example. Barack said I am. Y'all remember that? How many of y'all remember that back in the day? When they used to always use Barack Obama, they were like, well, the president of the United States did this. He ain't no damn authority of knowledge on our lineage. Hell no, because he ain't a part of our lineage. You ain't a part of our lineage. God damn. How many times have we got to say it? Milk Dud Mutombo. You ain't us. We ain't you. Be good, have some foo-foo and a smile, and shut the hell up. And we can end all of this right goddamn now. I ain't got to roast you. I ain't got to embarrass you. We ain't got to clown you because I'm about to do all that here in about 15 goddamn minutes when I post these W's you've been hanging around, including that damn Mayo wife you go home to. So if you do not want to play the game with FBA, I suggest you be damn quiet, have you a Milk Dud Mutombo, and sit down in your damn village.
Barack gets skin privilege. You don't get skin privilege.
Whoa.
We were just talking about colorism. So there's skin privilege, there's hair privilege. Barack Obama walks into a room.
Watch this, fam. Watch now. They're going to start trying to put colorism on Black Americans. Watch. They're going to do a pivot. They're going to make it sound like they're talking about Africans. Somehow they're going to talk about how Barack Obama gets skin privilege. Barack Obama gets your ass ain't FBA kicked out. That's what he gets. Watch this, fam.
And this is no shade.
No, I know. This is interesting. Yeah,
it's safe.
Yeah,
It's a safe look.
Wait a minute. It was Godfrey yawning? Is this man yawning? Fam, this man is yawning. This is how pathetic this conversation is. This is how pathetic these fleers are. You're sitting there yawning. I'm just falling asleep now because you're babbling. Watch further, fam. Watch this.
Obama walks into a room, and this is no shade.
No, I know. This is interesting. Yeah,
It's safe.
Yeah, he's
It's a
safer.
safe look.
You both are
Dark skin.
first generation African immigrants, just like President Obama.
Yeah.
You don't get, if you both walked into a room in basketball shorts, you would not get the same reception. And so it's not just simply about you.
But amongst our own people?
Absolutely. I just told you 77% of women in Nigeria use skin bleaching cream.
Stop. 70% of women in Nigeria use skin bleaching cream? Then how come you sat here for 90% of the time and talked about my lineage? Sounds like you got some damn cake soap problems. Shouldn't you be more concerned with the cake soap chronicles than about foundational Black Americans? Still ain't talking about what you need to talk about. Still worried about us. Still focused on the wrong things. And then, by the way, what the hell that got to do with Black Americans? Somehow you done jumped back over to Nigeria. There you go again, family. 1 minute they talking about FBA. Next minute they talking about Nigeria. Quit trying to conflate the two. One ain't got nothing to do with the other.
This is real into our DNA, into our bones. And so, yes, President Barack Obama he is in fact a first generation African immigrant. His dad was from the continent of Africa.
Yeah. Just like my dad.
Because he has skin privilege, he gets a pass. I was in.
He gets a pass where? Where? Black Americans don't do all that skin color stuff. Hell, now see how they're conflating these, fam? Listen, if you ain't certified, this will pass you by. Black Americans, stop. We put a pin on that and say, who you talking to? What you talking about? You ain't talking about us. Listen how they're trying to conflate it now. Barack Obama gets skin privilege. Nigerians use cake soap. That sounds like an African issue because remember, The thing all y'all got in common, y'all a bunch of Africans, Barack Obama's an African, and that damn cake soap is African. So don't try to put that off on Black Americans. Watch now how he tries to even further dump that mess on to us.
In Florida, we were in Florida, me and my buddies, and I overheard somebody look. He gets a pass. I was in Florida. We were in Florida, me and my buddies, and I overheard somebody look at this girl who he thought was unattractive, and she just happened to be light skinned. We heard this dude say, "Damn, that's a waste of light skin." Think about that for a minute.
Because they all light skin is always
because light skin has been presented to us as the model of beauty.
Stop. Notice he said he was in Florida with this story. So basically what he's saying is that was a bunch of Haitians and Jamaicans. Oh, you left that out, didn't you? Oh, you left that out. You better put that on top of that damn story. Don't tell no damn story about they love the light-skinned woman. They seen the light-skinned girl and thought she was prettier. Notice he didn't say who it was who said it, though. And you in Florida, you didn't say that about no area where Black Americans is heavy. You ain't say that about Alabama. You ain't say that about Mississippi. You ain't say that about Georgia. You talking about them Haitians down there. You talking about them damn Jamaicans down there in Florida. You better put some damn tags on it. Notice, y'all, they get vague when it's beneficial to them. Then they'll start jumping all around. Well, we meant this, but it could have been that. Who knows what it was? We can't see who it is. Goddamn right you do. Damn right you do. He's talking about them damn Haitians down there in Florida or them Jamaicans down there. Don't put that on Black Americans. This is why delineation is a must. Because if you don't, they're going to try to pull this.
When you look at all the magazines and even Asian Americans, when you look at Asian American magazines, all the women are very, very fair skinned. Yeah. When you look across the Asian diaspora, Asian Americans who are usually more melanated than other Asian Americans, you see differences in the money that they make. So Japanese, Chinese, and Korean Americans.
And what they got to do with Black Americans? When the hell did this just flip-flop? Somehow now they talking about us. Now he's talking about Asians. He's flipping all over the place. Haitians. Not near one of their stories can be confirmed because they're lying. They're trying to spin this off on us. Now this man is talking about Cambodians. How in the hell did you start off with, I don't like FBA. I just don't like it. I'm kind of like Barack, ain't I? Now this man is talking about Filipinos. Why in the hell did this flip-floppity-flop all over the place? Because they don't have any legs to stand on. Because what they're saying about us is cap. Let's go.
Americans, they're having a very different experience than Cambodian Americans and Vietnamese Americans. Because it's largely due to the melanation. So we're talking about colorism here. Yes, you and Barack Obama may have the exact same lineage, but because you don't carry skin privilege, you're not going to get the same reception of him as him. You can speak the exact same intonation as him. It don't matter.
Man, if you don't get that tether garbage the hell out of here ASAP. Family, these are grown babies. Y'all notice that he was just sitting there saying, I know, tell me more. I know I've been a bad tether. I know me and Barack ain't good. Y'all notice they got all these opinions about Black Americans, but yet this man is still talking like a toddler. This is a tethered toddler. That's really what it is, fam. Because they want to always place their trauma on the Black Americans. That's what this is really hitting for, brothers and sisters. And remember as well, we didn't grow up around these people. And anybody who doesn't believe me, let me go ahead and go to the family, y'all. How many of you guys went to high school, middle school, or college with Africans? And when I say Africans, you got to say at least 20 or 30 to even qualify. I don't want to hear nobody talking about I met one African in my social studies class. Hell no, I'm talking about en masse. How many of you went to school with Africans? Because y'all notice, especially right here, I'm seeing a lot of people doing it on TikTok now, but y'all know we was the first to bring that up. We are the first ones who highlighted Black Americans. We didn't go to school with no damn Africans. They didn't live in our neighborhoods. They weren't around us. They try to promote this thing, family, where Black Americans and Africans had this great connection until FBA popped up. That is not the goddamn case. You know it, I know it, and they know it. They weren't around us. You know why, right? It's because they come from another continent. Remember, it's not far-fetched that somebody from another continent wasn't around us. Nope. There they go. Look at this, fam. Hell, let me say this as well. Most of us ain't around Africans now. So it ain't just then, it's also now. Let's go even further, fam. This is what Black Americans been out here standing on and why we've been out here shutting down all of their trauma bonding. You ain't getting Black Americans to get on that train. Look at it. This is what we mean, y'all. We ain't never been one with these people.
Actually live. The rest of us have no idea what the flip you're talking about. I'll say this one more time. Most ethnic Black American people did not grow up with African immigrants in this country, in the United States of America. We did not. We don't have. And the reason I'm saying this is because I see this girl pouring out her heart about, you know, Black Americans doing this to her, Black Americans doing this to her when she was in grade school, right? It's not landing. It's not landing. The reason it's not landing is because most Black Americans did not grow up with African immigrants. We just didn't. I'm not quite sure what school she went to in grade school when she was in elementary school. I'm not sure what the world is going on here, but the United States is huge, and most Black Americans live in the South. Okay? There was not a huge influx of African immigrants throughout our time here. This is very, very recent. Most Black American people, most ethnic Black Americans did not grow up with any African immigrants. So when you say Black Americans did this to me and most of us have no idea what you're talking about.
That part. We don't know what the hell they talking about because they lying. How about that one? We ain't grow up around these individuals. Black Americans didn't separate something that was never connected. Remember that. I know they could tell those lies. I know they want to contrive it. I know they faking the front. I know they flogging. But Black Americans been standing on that for the longest. We did not grow up with y'all.
And I'm dead. Most of us have no idea what you're talking about. We simply don't. It's not landing. I know when I grew up, we never, ever, ever disrespected the continent of Africa or African people. We did not have any African people around us. Any continents, any immigrants, they were not around. Never. In any of my schools. Any of them. And I've been to plenty. Plenty.
There you go, family. You weren't even here to get called all those damn names. Now, I know you want to paint the picture that you got called names. You want to paint the picture that it was something so terrible. Why is that? It's because you understand that you have nothing to stand on other than your anti-Black American hate. You trying to put some damn sugar on it. That ain't how it works. Black Americans weren't around these individuals. See, they want to make it look like the diaspora was living in some type of harmony until FBA showed up. They want to dump all of that onto us. And then I always ask this question. Family always hit them with this every time. They say, well, Black Americans did this, and this, and this. What the white man do there? What he do to you? Because we remember what they were saying. Remember, y'all, when they want to talk about all those Feed the Kids in Africa commercials, those were W's that were in all of those. What's her name? Sally Struthers. Okay. That was a W director, a W actress with a W company. It was a damn W cameraman. You ain't never got no damn smoke for that, though. How about you start addressing what he do? How about that? How about you put FBA on the corner because it's been established based on our own goddamn testimony. We weren't around y'all. Now, tell me what the W did growing up. Because notice, y'all, right now, the W's is running you through the mud today. The W's is calling you out right now. They don't never mention what the dominant society did. But then they'll turn around and say, it was him who separated us. So wait a minute. You'll always say that the W separated us when you're trying to con Black Americans. But You don't ever talk about what the W did to you whenever you got them little childhood testimonies about how you was bullied. So he separated us, but he didn't bully you. Okay. We called you all the names, but it was him putting out all of those pictures and images. All those pictures and images that they're always talking about in Africa. Black Americans wasn't doing that. There wasn't no damn Black American film company. Hell no. They act like Keenan Ivory Wayans was over there. They act like Robert Townsend was over there. Red Foxton went over there. As a matter of fact, every time a Black American ever mentioned Africa, we was the ones holding you down. When Richard Pryor went over there and he was bigging y'all up and y'all don't even represent your own stuff. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. When Brother Malcolm went over there, they came back with good stories about y'all. Now, let's talk about how the stories came back from them damn W's that went over there. And I'm only talking about the North American W's. Don't even get me started on the European W's, but you ain't gonna say nothing about that though, right? Because you don't want what they have. You'd rather take what we got. Family, they target us specifically because they want what we have specifically. You got to remember, y'all, the way the world is moving with nationality, with lineage, with heritage, everything now comes down to that. I'm going to tell you today, if you're running around here still on some all race matters, your ass is back in 1980. Now everything is becoming nationality and lineage. And we got the biggest royal flush. We got the lottery ticket. We're Americans who built America. Africans can't say that. Y'all notice this, fam? In this ever-changing world where everybody's starting to get more on nationality and lineage, you notice it's only the people who are from S-hole countries that are always trying to attach themselves to Black Americans. Y'all notice that, family? Notice this, fam. Everybody who is secure in their nationality is walking around here good. Everybody who is secure with their lineage got a big-ass smile on their face. It's only the people who are coming from these toe-down, broke-down S-hole countries that are real shook right now, because they're realizing the way the world is starting to change. Just over there right now, Donald Trump and them went over there and they was giving work to all them damn Europeaners, because they're telling the Europeaners, you got to make this more about your lineage. You got to make this more about your continent. You see it over in Asia, since they want to talk Asia. Let me go ahead, because I'm going to say what they didn't want to say. Over in Asia, there's a nationality lineage movement. In Europe, a nationality lineage movement. Right here in the United States, a nationality lineage movement. Bam. The whole world is having a nationality lineage heritage movement, and it was all started by Black Americans right here in the good old USA, the land that our ancestors built. Notice if you watch the whole planet Earth, everything is becoming more precise. Where are you from? Where are your bloodlines? Everybody's biting our style. You got Dr. Kubar running around here with a fake-ass lineage group. You got the W's who try to come up with Heritage American, straight up ripoff of foundational Black Americans. It all started with us, y'all. We started this lineage movement because we seen the way the world was heading, and we cut off all these people. So everybody who's secure in their lineage, they're absolutely positively proud. It's only the people from S-hole countries who are looking at the way the new world is going, and they don't see a place, because they hate themselves and they hate their homelands. Hell, they hate their ancestors. Fam, if you flee from your homeland, you hate your ancestors too. We got to go ahead and update that, okay? We're always talking about how they hate Africa. Nobody hates Africa more than Africans. We also got to say nobody hates African ancestors more than Africans. You want us to claim some ancestors that you don't even claim? You want us to claim some ancestors that you fled from? Your ancestors left you all of that stuff. Take it. Don't come over here and try to get me to take your ancestors while you come over here and start acting like you've been here for 100,000 years when your ass just got here off an inner tube last Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Quit playing with us. Let's go even further, fam. We in here. We rocking. Everybody, smash the like button. We ain't done. Y'all look at this. Oh, man, they get real desperate now. Oh, man. Desperation kicking in, family, and they are about to prove every single thing that I just said, and we in here bubbling. Trauma of an African kid in America. They still out here trauma bonding. Here we go.
As a young kid growing up in South Central Los Angeles in the Crenshaw district, I mean, ridiculously teased. But not only just myself, but I saw that happening to my brothers. I saw that happening to my father. I saw that happening to my mom. In fact, there was a point in...
By who? By who? Because let me tell you something. The people that were talking reckless, FBA, we stood up to them. That same civil rights era that allowed you to come over here, they weren't talking to us like that. This man over here talking about his dad got teased. I wish you would try to tease my dad, my mom, my aunts, my uncles. It ain't gonna end too good. Hell no. My daddy got teased. He said my daddy was an African booty scratcher. Your daddy got teased, fam? Are you now seeing why this big grown ex-football player is softer than carnival cotton candy? because he's sitting there talking about his daddy got teased. We don't have stories about our daddies getting teased, okay? You ain't teasing nobody in my family, but you see why now they're very, very frail, fragile as hell, because he's sitting there talking about his daddy got teased. If the daddy got teased, what the hell the kid gonna do? Let's proceed, family. And by the way, you wasn't getting teased. You was getting called them names by them W folks. You just know not to mention them. They avoid them damn W's like the light bill is paid.
In South Central Los Angeles and in the Crenshaw district, I mean, ridiculously teased. But not only just myself, but I saw that happening to my brothers. I saw that happening to my father. I saw that happening to my mom. We were, in fact, there was a point in the conversation where we weren't, this was unscripted, where Godfrey and I were talking and we goes, but y'all Africans. And we kind of in sync and going like,
as much as I defend Black Americans, I get stuff where they'll go, you're not Black American, you African.
Right.
And I go, eat a dick? How about that?
What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, I'd be remiss, family. Let me go ahead and do it when you heard what you just heard. You want to take it there, Godfrey? This is what we talking about, fam. You want to go there. Okay. I see what they talking about now, fam. So we going to go ahead and go all the way live on this one. This is where they want to play the game. Damn, Godfrey done got real bold, didn't he? Godfrey got bold as hell. Damn, this is what? He calling out black folks. Okay, that's all good. That's all gravy. I ain't mad at it. We going to go ahead and proceed to give you what you need. We in here right now. Let's go. The man want to go there. That's how he feels about Black Americans. All right. Well, we got some more to say because Black Americans is here right now.
That's what I do. Because I'm like, what are you talking about? I grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's a very Black city. Mm-hmm. Chicago's history of Black Americans is heavy. Jack and Jill, you got the Chicago Defender. A lot of stuff started in Chicago.
The Obamas.
The Obamas, Minister Farrakhan, he's like Nation of Islam. There's so much just so much in Chicago. And my father was an educator for 45 years at Malcolm X College. You know what I mean?
That's pretty Black.
Yeah. Taught on the west side of Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
My father had adult education programs for gangster disciples, blacks.
Damn. So talking to gangbangers. That's what make you one of us. Okay. Talking to gangbangers. This is what it is. Yes. Hey, fam, we in here. Hey, this is their words. This ain't what we said. This on them. Let's go.
Was the most integrated area in Chicago because Chicago's the most segregated city till this day. And Milwaukee is second, which is not that far from Chicago. Yeah. So I was in both worlds. Like you said, getting made fun of. They used to make fun of me all the time. And I remember this girl named Lois, and I will never forget her. I saw her not too long ago. I hadn't seen her in like 30 years. I remember I was mad about something. I was like, 11, 12. And this girl, Lois, she was heavy set at the time. And I remember she was treading water. We had a swimming pool. And she goes, what's wrong, Gabriel? I said, yeah, they keep making fun of me being African. And she goes, and I will never forget. She goes, well, at least your ancestors weren't slaves. See, at least you have something to connect to. They don't. It's coming. And I go, wow, that's the truth. She goes, that's coming from Trump.
That's the truth? Family, whoa. Did he just agree with that? This man just sat there and agreed with it. He said, well, that's the truth now. We got to say that is real. We can't deny it. Them Black Americans is just upset because they've been slaves the whole time. Oh, you don't get no more disrespectful than this. I'm going to tell you right now today, I don't know how much more disrespectful you can be. That man just straight upset. He said somebody told him that Black Americans are just upset because Black Americans are not African. We're slaves. And then he said, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Still talking about us, though.
Never forget. She goes, well, at least their ancestors weren't slaves. See, at least you have something to connect to. They don't. It's coming. And I go, wow, that's the truth. She goes, that's coming from trauma. That's coming from insecurity. Yeah, but you don't understand that as a 12-year-old. You're just like, they're just making fun of it. Most 40-year-olds don't understand. Right, no doubt.
Yeah.
Trauma and insecurity, fam. Listen to this is what they're talking about. So they're making it look like we're the ones with trauma. Dude, your ass is sitting here at 40 years old talking about your daddy got teased. Stop playing.
And I was just going to add to that because it's like that trauma I get now as an adult, but I don't think a lot of, like Black Americans understand the trauma that also caused because, if you're participating, you saw it throughout movies, you saw it throughout music. I mean, all of it kind of just.
What movies and music? Fam, we didn't make no damn music talking about them. We was making music talking about the W's. Again, the same W's that they are not acknowledging. Here we go again, fam. Still talking about Black Americans. Why are they making it look like we was putting out albums? This and them. Prince made Purple Rain. He didn't make Purple Mutombo. All right? Michael Jackson made Thriller, not Fleer. He could have, but he didn't. Okay? Fam, let me go there. We seen the NAACP pull this. We seen the Urban League pull this. We seen the Congressional Black Caucus pull this. Try to tell us that we are these people while these people been sitting there talking about our people. Y'all see what I'm talking about? This is how we go with it. This is how these individuals feel. We've been knowing it. We done been seeing it. And now you've seen it straight from them, fam. So, yeah. And did Godfrey just sit there and say that he says that about Black Americans who don't understand or don't agree? Goddamn, Godfrey. Man. And see what Godfrey does, Godfrey is start naming all these Black American inventions. Y'all got to be careful. There's a lot of people that know how to just say a bunch of things. You got so-and-so who invented this, he invented this, he invented this, and it sounds real good, right? Sounds like, oh, man, he got to be down if he knows all that. Family, that is a front to come in and then say something like that. He told people to eat a D if they feel that way. Damn. And at the same time, they said there's trauma. Let me make this clear, family. Black Americans been through trauma. We don't carry trauma, okay? And we're the only people who can say that. We've been through a hell of a lot of things as Black Americans. They want to make it look like we got a big old backpack where we just carrying all this trauma with us from everything that we've been through in the past. That is not the case with foundational Black Americans, family. They're the ones running around here completely in ruins. They're tethered depressed. Fam, let me tell you this. And how do you know this is true? Is because if Black Americans carried all the trauma for things that we've been through, we wouldn't have no time in the day to enjoy the day because we done been through so much. What makes us unique and makes us special is that we've been through trauma, but we do not carry the trauma. Even in the middle of the trauma, we still found a way to hold our head up to the sky. So don't let these people try to run that game on us, fam. They're trying to make it look like we're the depressed ones. We're the ones with some type of mental issue. Again, they're trying to trauma dump on us. And then you consistently see this coming from them individuals. Black Americans are out here doing Black American things. And let me tell you what them Black American things are. That's called being exceptional. That's called being a perseverer. That is called being a striver and a survivor. We don't have time to talk about things that got told to us when we was kids. Because even when we were kids, we knew we had a whole damn lifetime of people hating on us. It's almost like they got called a name allegedly, and they thought tomorrow the W was going to accept them. So they were kind of rattled by it. This how life is going to be? People going to call me names? They always seem to be the last one to get it. Black Americans are always the first one to get it. So do you see why we're not alike? And let me tell you even further, fam. After all of that right there, here you go, fam. Black Americans and immigrants are one. Watch this.
Americans, Black immigrants, we're one people. We Black Americans, Black immigrants, we're one people. Black Americans, Black immigrants, we're one people. We have, yes, different struggles from different sides of the world, but all together we are united. So, I hope that this discussion really helps to kind of end that. Yeah. And in some way, maybe in our lifetime, like we were able to see and experience a Black president like Barack Obama and the contributions for so many other Black Americans that we know about, so many Black immigrants who've made contribution. There is enough to go around everywhere for us to be together. And nothing ever takes away from the idea that the Black Americans who built the foundation and this horrible history in America, that nothing takes away the Black foundation that built this country. No doubt. And so this conversation is to be additive. It's to be able to highlight that we are diverse in the way we are, in the way we think, in the way we are. The Black card, gone away. This idea that there is only a monolith of being Black should be gone away because we're so many, just like we vary in height and ideas and skin complexion, we're so many. So we should embrace.
We vary with all that within our lineage. See, you got to understand, family. They want to take lineage away and only be racial because when it's racial, you can include billions of more people. You can include anybody. We ain't one with no damn immigrant. And the fact that you started all saying that, and then you said, well, we come from the other side of the earth. That's the end of the damn conversation then. Fam, from now on forward, anybody who says we the same and they say that we come from other sides of the damn planet is a fool and we ain't listening to them. Their asses is canceled. Where does it stop, fam? Where does it stop? So now just anybody from anywhere can be on the same. If I walked up to you right now and said, I'm from the other side of earth, but we family, you're going to say, how? We're from the other side of the earth. What's going to happen next, fam? Folks going to show up from Jupiter and say we from the other side of the galaxy, we from the other side of the universe, the stratosphere, fam, that opens up the door for any damn thing. Anybody can be anything. Because remember, y'all, if everybody can be a foundational Black American, then there aren't any foundational Black Americans. That's called trying to dilute us. And they've been doing that for the longest time. You from the other side of the planet saying that we all the same. So family, if that's the case, next thing you know, W's are going to say, well, we're from America. Aren't we the same as well? That opens the door for everybody to get your damn reparations money, fam. Remember that, lock that in, and always regulate it when you see it. Let's go.
Contribution. There is enough to go around everywhere for us to be together, and nothing ever takes away from the idea that the Black Americans who built the foundation and this horrible history in America, that nothing takes away the Black foundation that built this country.
No doubt.
And so this conversation is to be additive. It's to be able to highlight that we are diverse in the way we are, in the way we think, in the way we are. The Black card gone away. This idea that there is only a monolith of being Black should be gone away, because we're so many. Just like we vary in height, in ideas, in skin complexion, we're so many. So we should embrace all of it. As a young kid growing up in South Central.
Stop. Family, did y'all hear all that? Boy, he just tried to rewrite the whole damn planet, didn't he? Just everybody could be anything. According to his logic, family, this is how the Myron Gaines of the world start to show up. Myron Gaines can show up and be like, hey, man, well, I'm technically the same as you. Technically, we all the same. And then next thing you know, you're going to have the Rachel Dolezal showing up. That's what that is, fam. This is trying to dilute us. What makes foundational Black Americans exceptional is not just what we've done. It's what we've done with the numbers that we have. We're sitting pretty, fam. How many of you guys feel there's about 50 million? I was rounded. Some people get off precise. They're like, Black Alpha, there is 52.5. And if you calculate it on the Western hemisphere, there's an extra 5%. Okay, whatever your damn math is, okay, not being extra complicated, I always round it to about 50 million certified foundational Black Americans. What numbers do you guys got? I heard it was 45, 48. I like to say 50. And I'm talking about real certified Black American. I'm talking about the lineage. Miss me with the damn Africans, because you start dumping all that in and the Jamaicans, it turned into everything else, fam. Let's, like Brother Malcolm said, let's make it plain. That's what Black Alpha do. And that's why the people love me, because we make it all the way plain, family. I say about 50 million certified foundational Black Americans. And I'm trying to tell you right now, they want to take that 50 million foundational Black Americans and they want to turn that into probably about 3 or 4 billion different people. And once it's 3 or 4 different billion people, we done lost the whole damn program, family. The program is gone once it turns into that. And that's what they've been really trying to do. They've been trying to take our lineage and amplify it. Remember back in the day, they wanted us to be less. Now they want us to be more, because when it's more, you don't know who the hell these people are. You don't know who. Somebody says about 60 million. Okay, about 60 million. As long as we floating in between about 48 to 60, I'm cool with that. Once we start passing that, fam, we start getting into all that other stuff, next thing you know, Myron Gaines going to show up at the door. Next thing you know, Rachel Dolezal going to show up at the door. And all these people are going to come in and say, hey, I'm a Black American too. This is why they want to make it racial based, y'all. Because remember, we can control a lineage. You ain't going to control a race. Hell no. If we just talk about our lineage, we're going to be good to go. Once we start saying, well, racially this, racially that, it turns into what is this race technically? Who is really what? Then all the technicalities come in. And then they start technicality, writing your damn money, say, here, Mr. Mutombo, you go on and take it. We don't do none of that, family. Keep it all the way live. What I've been telling people, what's race got to do with it? Remember when Black Americans were on race? They told us it ain't about race. Remember that? What's race got to do with this? This is reverse racism. Blacks can be racist too. Whenever we was pushing race, they always knew how to control us and say, it ain't about race. Why you got to play the race card? When was the last time you heard that, fam? You don't really hear that race card talk no more, because we don't run around talking about race no more. What we did is said, okay, y'all don't want to do race? Damn it, we doing lineage. Lineage is whooping everybody's ass, because you can't control a lineage like you can control a race. See, when you start talking about race, Barack Obama, he can come on in. They'll slide in Kamala. They'll slide in goddamn Hakeem Jeffries. They'll slide in Byron Donalds. They'll slide in everybody when you're talking race. We say, hell no. We're going to be specific to lineage. And that's what's got everybody shook, because they can't include outsiders no more. And that's what they've been wanting to do. So certified salute to us for standing on real business. And family, when I tell y'all the business is real, we about to go all the way live, family. Oh, yeah. What you think we do, fam? That's all we know how to do over here. Stay all the way live. They've been seeing our energy, and we've been seeing their energy. And it's clear as day, their energy is not like ours. You know why, family? Because of what you're looking at on your screen. Black Americans are non-deportable. Because when you start talking about race this and race that, then they're going to start hitting you with the, well, technically, we can be deported. Technically, they coming for the black folks. Y'all notice they run from the term foundational unless they're trying to hijack the term foundational. Y'all notice that, family? Notice they'll run from the term foundational all damn day. They'll be jumping over things to get away from it until Black Americans stand up and say, well, hold on one goddamn second. Wait one goddamn minute. We are standing on FBA business, and FBA is really what it is. I want y'all to understand. They don't have a problem with anything other than delineation. They gonna tell you it's all these damn names that was called. No, it wasn't. They gonna tell you how mean we were. We ain't know them. It's been established now, family. We don't know these people. And let me go ahead and give a news flash to everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and give a news flash. Do you know right now, as we speak, this is the most communication in history that Black Americans have had with the diaspora? Have y'all noticed that? Do you realize that? This is the most communication that has ever existed amongst us and them. And let me ask you this question. Does it give you a sour taste, family? Is it different than what they sold us? See, Black Americans now, we simply are very good, strong businessmen and women. We can do whatever the hell we want to do. We grown up in here and we do what we want. We see what we were told about them. And now we're starting to see how they really have been towards us. There was never no communication between us and them like that. They tried to make it look like there was, but in reality, there wasn't. This is the first time that we've had communication. And I'm going to say this live for everybody to hear. TikTok is the worst thing for the tethers in the diaspora. Y'all be out here trying to talk about connecting with Black Americans. Y'all ruin all that with TikTok. Because all you got to do right now, you can close your eyes, get on TikTok, and just hit scroll. That thing will spin around like the Wheel of Fortune and land on some dusty-ass tether talking about FBA. TikTok has done more to ruin the diaspora's name than anything. And Black Americans are simply saying, this ain't all that love y'all was talking about. This ain't all that unification y'all was talking about. We realized that we got sold a bill of goods from back in the day. So we simply stood up and said, nah, we cool on that. We ain't with none of that. Nah, F that. We ain't rocking with it. And when I say people ain't rocking with us, I want y'all to know delineation is a must so you can get away from all their must. Trust me when I tell you. But family, let me go all the way live and let's talk about Godfrey for a moment, okay? We're going to talk about Godfrey. Because Godfrey will say things that sounds down. He'll say things that sound cool. He'll say things that make no sense at all. And he'll flip-flop all over the place. But I want everybody to realize when you're dealing with these tethers, you're going to get that tether energy. And that tether energy, we see it from a mile away, and that's what they don't like. Let me show y'all Godfrey a few years ago, and he was talking about a foundational Black American brother. Let me show y'all this. And I want everybody in the chat, y'all let me know if you know who Godfrey's talking about right here. I'm going to show y'all Godfrey, and let me tell you what Godfrey was doing. Godfrey was caping for Raphael Warnock down here in the state of Georgia. And he dissed one of our FBA brothers in the process. So, throwing a Black American under the bus so he can defend a Democrat. Who do y'all think Godfrey was talking about right here?
And he was like, he kind of ignored it. But I didn't judge him from that because it was the wrong time for that. And he was answering other questions. And he's like, what about reparations, man? Like, what the fuck is he going to do about it?
You don't do that in Georgia.
You don't do that when I'm walking on the bus.
You don't do that in Georgia.
Right.
For the senator.
Right. Like, and it was a Black reporter. They said, well, I'm out here trying to serve you now, man. What you gonna do about reparations and Black people getting paid and shit? What's gonna happen?
Ooh, listen to him mocking us talking, fam. That sounds just like the tethers that be on the internet. The same way. Well, what's up, dog? What's up, homie? Fam, you know when you're dealing with anti-Black American hatred, when they start trying to go into that voice and talk about us. He's talking about a Black American who ran up on Raphael Warnock right here in my home state of Georgia. And he's mocking the brother who did it.
I'm serve you now, man. What you gonna do about reparations and Black people getting paid and shit? What's gonna happen with that? Please tell me, please answer, because I'm gonna call you a He was like, anyway, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. But I didn't get mad at him for that, because I was like, dude, you put him on the spot. Don't fucking do that. You could have been on the side, go, yo, man, what you about to do?
And he didn't even really go in on.
And he was like,
you put him on the spot? Don't do that? Family, is he telling us that we ain't got the right to run up on these politicians who use our name to get benefits for his people? Let me tell you something. The reason why Godfrey doesn't want Black Americans to approach these Democrats is because them Democrats wrote laws for Godfrey's people to come here to the United States. Said it, meant it. But family, I'm going to show y'all exactly who he was talking about. Our good brother, Marcel Dixon. This is what he's talking about.
Reinvigorated, bringing my city together.
Excuse me, man. Can I slide in right there?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. No, you good. No, you know.
No, I think you.
It's all right.
So advising folks on the risk of breast or ovarian cancer based on family.
Look at Warnock. Look at him talking to that W woman. The same W's that they sat there in that whole damn Tether podcast and skipped over. Didn't say nothing about him. Walked around him. Didn't talk to him. Them same damn W's right there Warnock was talking to. And Marcel simply wanted to come and say, hey, bruh, what's up with us? And this is in the state of Georgia. But watch how Warnock responds.
Trying to get in.
Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you. Hello, Senator Warnock.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Very good. I want to ask you about reparations.
Listen,
For lineage.
if
She just got to talk to him, so the white lady just got to talk to him. I can't talk to him. So the white lady just got to talk, but we can't ask about reparations. I hope y'all see this. I hope y'all see how they treat us. They want the black vote, but don't want to do black policies. I'll remember this, and I'm going to make sure everybody knows about it. Excuse me. You can talk about anything. You can talk about anything besides things to help black Americans. Then they want to push you out. They think that they can go and survive off the boomer vote, but they can't.
Damn, Godfrey, you felt like this about that?
And he was like, he kind of ignored it. But I didn't judge him from that because it was the wrong time for that. And he was answering other questions. And he's like, what about reparations, man? Like, what the fuck is he going to do about it?
You don't do that in Georgia.
You don't do that when I'm walking on the bus.
You don't do that in Georgia.
Right.
For the senator.
Right.
Like,
and it was a black reporter. They said, well, I'm not even trying to throw you a nut, man. What you going to do about reparations and black?
Marcel don't sound like that. Fam, these people are all undercover tethers. You see it? Receipts on the table. Presented it. This is how they truly feel.
No, man, what you gonna do about reparations and black people getting paid and shit? And what's gonna happen with that? Please tell me, please answer, because I'm gonna call you a sellout. He was like, anyway, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. But I didn't get mad at him for that, because I was like, dude, you put him on the spot. Don't fucking do that. You could have been on the side and go, yo, man, what you about to do?
And he didn't even really go in on.
And he was like,
oh, my brothers and sisters. Oh, man, ain't nothing better than receipts. So that shows you right then and there, as we proceed to give you what you need, how they've been feeling about FBA the whole damn time. So we don't allow people to just tell jokes and then get on it. Fam, you got to understand, when you regulate and you gatekeeping, a joke can't get you in. Can't be no, where you from? I'm from Nigeria. Where you from? I'm from Zimbabwe. Where you from? I'm from Jamaica. But I got a nice little joke for you. Oh, come on in. His jokes is funny. We gonna need some entertainment later. We got all the funny black Americans right here in house, family. We can't let nobody comedian their way in to certified foundational black America, okay? We can't do that. We got all the good comedians right here in the household. We ain't got to go searching for nobody else. So do you see why you seen what you just saw and how these people are already out here tethered, trauma bonding, disrespecting FBA, and hating on what we got going is simply because of that. That is what we're talking about. And family, there's been a lot of people coming out here trying to mix and match and trying to be very, very vague with their intentions of coming around our community. Everybody wants to be part of us. Fam, we the hottest thing going. So, of course, naturally, people want to be a part of what foundational black Americans are doing. And fam, there's been a lot of strange-ass people popping up. And these strange-ass people who try to get in on our community, they are now out here openly reading scripts. Remember when I told y'all that they be reading scripts? Now they ain't even hiding the script no more. They just sitting there saying, black Americans, we love you. Can we be friends on Saturday? Watch this right here, family. This woman who says that she is a $2 Tonto / Palestinian, she says, welcoming black Americans and introducing myself to you. So family, this lady wants to introduce herself to you. Watch it.
Hi, so I'm ready to introduce black Americans to my page. Before I get into it, I just wanted to say I'm well aware that this video is like long overdue. I wanted to say that I've been learning about black Americans specifically since around like June of this recent summer, when there was a lot of discourse surrounding Black American identity as opposed to like the African American label. And I also wanted to say, are we as non-Black people allowed to refer to you as this term Solon and like the Black American heritage flag? Hopefully that's okay. Please let me know. But that's the specific group that I'm trying to address with this video. Just to clarify in the beginning, before I start, I wanted to briefly introduce myself. My name is Jenna.
What the hell is she talking about? Family, is this woman high? I just want to say hi to all the Black folks. If you knew a Black person before, can we all sit down and talk? What the hell? The ops is out there, y'all.
My username is Jenna Marie. Marie is my middle name. I go by they, she. I'm sorry, I have like note cards so I don't forget. I'm Palestinian, Jordanian, and Native, and I'm an advocate for numerous genocides. Just again, like I said, to explain the delay in posting this and specifically addressing your group, I wanted to say,
what the hell is this? Fam, they never had these until we start talking about reparations. Out of nowhere now it's, I want your money, I want your clothes, I want your tangibles, and she's sitting there reading the script. What happened to the days of folks hiding the script, keeping the script off camera? Now they just letting you know somebody sent them. They letting you know somebody done propped them up. And they are crashing out clearly, y'all.
I wanted to make sure that I mature and improve/strengthen in my speaking skills, communication abilities, and most importantly, racial intelligence. I felt like that was key before I came and formally addressed your group. I sincerely apologize if I've been like talking around your group. And I also briefly wanted to say, there might be some past videos of mine where I addressed like Black TikTok, Black community, or the African American community that might have applied to your group. If you would like to go reference those. This isn't like a self-plug, just if you want to see if those apply or resonate to you or your group. The more interactions with Black people online that I've had, whether spoken or unspoken, have undoubtedly shaped my knowledge in how to respectfully communicate with Black people. And I now feel confident formally addressing and welcoming Black Americans. So again, hi. First of all, I wanted to say that I completely respect and appreciate Black Americans sharing and standing up for their own distinct culture. I think Black Americans absolutely deserve more respect for the things that come from you. I've really enjoyed processing.
Okay, I can't do it no more. You really enjoy meth. You really enjoy the pipe. You really enjoy the bottle of pills. You, the pipe, and the pills, go over there and get the hell out of here because Black Americans don't want to hear it. Family, this is how pathetic they are. This is how much now they're trying to send people around us. They're trying to send these people around Black Americans because they know that we've been gatekeeping. So they just sending out regular people reading scripts and everything. She just pulled the script out, started reading the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? This is how desperate these individuals are to try to get a place in the house that they cannot come into. Access denied. I seen y'all in the chat. What we always say, fam, they give us projection and we give they ass rejection and we send it right on back. That's what FBA are, man. Delineation is nothing more than the force field around us, man. We can't be touched. That's how beautiful it is, y'all. And when I tell y'all we're beautiful, y'all already know. But everybody else is starting to watch how cohesive we are and how we're moving on the same page. Have y'all noticed everybody in the world are feuding and fighting, and Black Americans are the ones who are so united in solidarity and standing so strong? They cannot right now say, well, Black folks is bad. Black folks don't like each other because we watching all of them fight. You want to see them fight? Fam, you can hit up Charlie Kirk. He may not answer, but Charlie Kirk will tell you that the W's don't really get along like that. Alex Petrie, Renee Good, they don't get along like that. The Tethers is feuding and fighting. Jamaicans, Africans, Haitians, they don't get along like that. Who are the only people who are out here standing on business and unified? This is why they can't run the, what about Chicago? What about black on black crime? I'll just say, well, what about Charlie Fatigue? What about Alex Petrie? Will, what about all goddamn day long? But I bet yours goes further. Foundational Black Americans are putting out the energy and the images of love. Strong fiber, I'm talking about very, very strong fiber in all of us, fam. Our moral fiber is so strong, they don't have it. Our moral fiber is so pure, they ain't got it. So the fact that we've been doing all of that has got all of them crashing out, but they're crashing out on national television. Black Americans is out here standing stronger than ever. And that's what I love about us so much. Let me show y'all the love and energy that we got and why these people cannot try to stop us. You just seen this man right here. And you seen some of the things that he was talking. Well, I found out some things about this guy that ain't too good in the hood. Family, y'all look at your screen right here, right now, as Black America goes down the line. How about this? Kamir Gaba Biamila, I remember him, arrested and tasered after courtroom incident. What? What the hell you got going on over there, bruh? You over there on some criminality, partner? Look at that right there on your screen. Oh, we found out some things about some things. Okay. Looks like these individuals been out here on some real funny time. Now, either this is him or his brother, but it ain't too good. Judge imposes restraining order against him. Damn. What the hell you been doing to get all of this happening to you? What the hell's been going on with you? It looks like you've been participating in some of that damn tether crime. And tether crime ain't good at all. Fam, oh no, we ain't done. No. Look at this right here. The dude has been out here talking all this talk about Black Americans, saying how he don't like Tariq Nasheed, and he don't like what Tariq did, and he don't like FBA. Well, FBA, we don't like criminals. And we don't like the fact that you've been out here getting tasered in courtrooms. We don't like the fact that you were out here participating in this criminal behavior. If we counting, see, they don't like when we start counting, family, because they understand when we start counting, they end up losing. Oh, that's not the only thing, fam. You're getting tasered in courtrooms. He like that one guy, don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro. Yeah. Notice, y'all, the same individuals who talk reckless about foundational Black Americans are the same individuals who got these terrible, terrible backgrounds. But family, I'm going to show y'all even further. What the hell was he doing? This is about to go crazy too, fam. This is about to wild out on y'all. Y'all about to look and be like, what the hell was dude doing? Look at this right here, fam, as we go down the line. Look at this. Yes, indeed. The 42-year-old who played 9 seasons with the Packers and finished with whatever was representing himself in court. He had argued in court that his religious beliefs were above civil law and declared that even though he was born in California, I'm not a citizen of the Republic. Oh, Black Alpha, you done it again. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much. I have to tell you, the law doesn't operate that way, the judge told him, before ordering him to sign the paperwork, which required a team of cops and stun gun. Damn, after he was strapped to a chair for transport. Damn. What the hell was you doing, bruh? No, we ain't done. We'll get to her in a minute. Look at this. Earlier this week, he was surrounded by 10 cops and subdued with a taser as he refused the judge's orders. He was held in contempt of court and resisting arrest after the incident on Tuesday. Damn, which came during a hearing in his divorce case. Damn, but wait a minute. The alarming thing is this, fam. The alarming thing is this. I'm not a citizen of the Republic. Didn't you just use all of that American stuff against Black Americans? Didn't you just go out of your way to tell Black Americans that you're so American in us? You just sat there and said that you ain't a part of the United States. You just sat there and said that you ain't a part of my country. So don't be a part of my country when you want to get mad at Tariq Nasheed and foundational Black American lineage, heritage, and culture, and that ain't what you told the judge. What you told the damn judge is that you ain't a part of America. So your ass can stay not a part of America. You ain't think we was going to find this? You ain't think the certifieds wasn't going to pull out the receipts? Shit, you don't know me. You don't know Black Alpha. We in here deep right now, family. Everybody smash the like button. We rocking, we building, we shining. This man straight up said it, and guess what the judge told him? The judge told him that right there. I have to tell you that the law doesn't operate that way. Damn. So if the judge told him that the law does not operate that way, and he ended up having to get tasered, this man is a damn tether criminal. He ain't no damn different than that guy down in Austin who was running up on folks. Don't trust these milk dud mutumbos. Ex-Packer goes on YouTube after friends accused of bringing guns to kids' Christmas pageant. What? Family, this is the tether criminal community. Don't ever let them talk about Black Americans. Don't ever let them speak on foundationals. Don't ever let them speak on our heritage, our lineage, our culture. These ain't nothing but some damn tether thugs. This is what this is, family. Former Green Bay Packer was nearly arrested, and 2 of his friends were arrested Tuesday night in an incident that apparently arose from a family dispute over religious differences. Very interesting, family. I ended up on the scene trying to get my brothers out of a predicament, and they ended up trying to arrest me. Baja Bia Miller said, 3 officers put their hands on me. What is that? Did he grab you like this? Or did he grab you like this? He out there hugging up on these folks, fam. I told them I do not consent and that I need a warrant and probable cause. And listen to this. They literally wanted me to put me in handcuffs for looking at their badges and supposedly because I was looking at one of their weapons. Damn. This ain't too good, family. He identified the group as having religious views that differ widely from Christian views, such as those supported by the Providence Academy. He sent these 2 guys to the church to videotape his sons, participating in a Christmas pageant, that he had forbidden them from participating in, this is traveling down Starburst Boulevard and Skittles Bag Lane, if you ask me. Jameer Baja Bia Miller said he didn't want to go himself because he didn't want to be a distraction. So, family, since he didn't want to be a distraction, what he ended up doing, he sent 2 of his friends to a Christmas pageant so they could pull up on the scene and he could have some weapons with him. My good brothers and sisters, Black Alpha about to go extra now. Do you want to see who his 2 friends were? Can I show you who his 2 friends were? Let's frame it. His ass ended up sending people to a church and they brought weapons with them. He said he's not a part of America. Family, I'm going to show you his 2 friends. Y'all say hello to the Meth Twins. There you go, family. The Meth Twins are the 2 people that he sent. There you go right there, family. There it is for you. You see it. You see it. I see it. We all see it, family. Those are the 2 people that he brought. And those are the ones that he identified as his brothers. He said he went to go get his brothers from a situation, and the situation didn't go as planned. Man, we out here building, we out here working, we out here shining, we out here grinding and dropping receipts in the meantime. There it is. There it go. Right there. Look at it. There you go. He said he had to go get his brothers. There they go. Right there. Them is his 2 brothers. So he sent his 2 brothers with weapons to a church so he can have them start filming a bunch of damn kids. You can't make this up, family. But isn't it very simple and plain when you're dealing with somebody like that right there, family? Oh, man, Miracle Whip all over the goddamn place. What about his wifey? Family, is this what this is? Is he mad that Black Americans know that he's your typical standard milk dud mutombo? And milk dud mutombos love Mayo Melissas. Family, you got milk dud mutombo, you got Mayo Melissa, and then you got the Meth Matthews. They just got a hell of a lot of tether business going on. And foundational Black Americans got a hell of a lot of certified foundational Black American energy going on. And Argent energy, it always wins, and they can't beat us. Never have, never will. We on one. That part all the way across the board, my brothers and sisters, as you know it. There you go, family. This is why we don't listen to tethers. This is why we roast them. This is why we regulate them and get their ass out the paint. Because they know that certified foundational Black Americans is standing on certified foundational Black American business. They know certified foundational Black Americans, we can't get played. This man is a tether criminal. And isn't it very much the same, fam? Doesn't it pretty much show you why he was so obsessed with putting his trauma on Black Americans? All of that stuff that you contrived was exactly what we said it was. It was all capped so you can put your trauma on Black Americans, and we got to wear the jacket for all your criminality, for you running up in churches, for you sending your 2 damn brothers. Look at the dude who said his brother was. That's his brothers right there, family. That's his bros. He got his bros, and he loves them mayo hoes. So you see that the mayo hoes done chose, and now his ass is froze. There it is. That's what we see, fam. Do not allow these individuals to ever come around Black Americans and speak all that unity talk, speak all that we the same, speak all that can't we all get along. All that is, family, is a front for them to eventually say, aren't we all criminals? Don't we all do this? Nope, you do that. Don't we all run up in churches? Nope, you do that. Don't we all hate everybody? Nope, you do that. No longer are Black Americans allowing non-Black Americans to dump all of their tether energy onto our lineage. We mighty fine without these people. We mighty fine on our own. That part. There you go, fam. This is why they had that whole damn tether trauma bonding space, these tether therapist sessions. He was trying to conflate everything, tie it all into one so he can mix what he does on us. See, 10, 12 years ago, that's why he loved Obama so much. 10, 12 years ago, he could simply say, that's what we do. And the headlines would put that off on Black Americans. Through delineation, now you got to hold them on nationality nuts. That is a flea bee problem. That's an anchor tether baby problem. That's a you ain't Black American problem. So now you got to own up on all of that. But the problem is when you was running your tether mouth on that damn thing, talking about you don't like FBA, one thing for certain, FBA don't give a damn. 2 things for sure. Black Alpha gonna put up them damn receipts and expose you in the process and have about 2.4 thousand people laughing at you. That's how FBA does it, because FBA always win. And when I tell you we always win, my brothers and sisters, and I tell you we certified, you see these people running around here talking this right here. Oh, she got a message for you. I'm gonna tell you that today. Oh, fam, you got some people gonna try to come in through the attic. Some people gonna try to slide in through the basement. Some people gonna try to walk in the front door. One way or another, these people gonna try to be Black Americans. One way or another, they gonna try to convince you that they us. This woman right here has a message for Black Americans, and I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna let her tell you what it is. Go ahead and tell my certified Black Americans in the chat right now what you wanted to tell them.
Guys, genuine question. When you look at me, where do you think I'm from? Where do you think I'm from? Where do you think I'm from? Like when you look at me, you think I'm African American or I'm African? And like, where do you think I'm from? Like when you look at me, like, can you tell I'm African? Can you tell I'm African?
Damn it, Black America, she talking to you. Answer her. This tether woman wants to know. Do you think she's African? Don't be rude. Y'all respond to this woman. She said she wants to know, do you know where she's from and does she look African? She did a little shivel too, fam. She thinks she tether sexy. Woo, look at her, fam. She thinks she fleer sexy, y'all. She said she's too sexy for her village. Answer the woman, y'all. She want to know some things.
Guys, genuine question. When you look at me, where do you think I'm from? Where do you think I'm from? Where do you think I'm from? Like when you look at me, you think I'm African American or I'm African? And like, where do you think I'm from? Like when you look at me, like, can you tell I'm African? 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 No, right. You can't tell. You can't tell. You would never guess. But like, tell me where you think I'm.
Who gonna tell her? I see you on the chat, man. I'm sorry, y'all got me laughing. Y'all cold as hell. I love my FBAs, boy. Y'all funny as hell. Who gonna let her know, y'all? Who gonna let her know? She said, ain't no way you can tell. Ain't no way you can tell.
Can you tell I'm African? No, right. You can't tell. You can't tell. You would never guess.
Sister. Goddamn. What's really good? What's really good? She just sat there and said, everybody knows. She just sat there and said, ain't no way in hell. Is that the state of delusion that they living in? Is this where these people think that Black Americans is at? Newsflash, homie. Everybody knew that you was a damn African. It ain't hard to tell because we know that smell. And that smell is terrible as hell. There you go. Y'all code in the chat, boy. I was looking at y'all, boy. Y'all line it up. She said, do I look African to you? What does this forehead look like? Does this forehead look good? She looks like she's trying to get on tethermatch.com. She might end up with Mr. Goddamn running up on the damn church right there. Who knows? Godfrey might show up. We don't know yet. We'll wait till all the facts come out. But there you go, family. My certified. This is where we at with it. Fam, we know hairlines. We know jaw lines. We know the circumference of your forehead. We know when there ain't no deodorant detected. That's a new one, y'all. No deodorant detected. We know all those things. And when we see those things, we know that you ain't one of us. And foundational Black Americans, we've been letting know. Yeah, you said she clueless. You said loaded question. Would say, yeah, you ain't lying. Too sexy for her country. She's too sexy for her homeland. Is that why they be leaving, y'all? I think so. They be leaving because they think they're too sexy for their homeland. Goddamn, boy, that's funny. Too sexy for your homeland. Let me show y'all this as well as we proceed. These people think that foundational Black Americans are living in some type of world where we all they think that we are sitting there thinking that we look like them. No, the hell we don't. Black Americans ain't thinking none of that. Black Americans is knowing exactly what we know, and delineation is going to show. This is what I tell everybody all the damn time when you start talking about certified foundational Black Americans. How many of y'all seen this right here? Did y'all see this? Fam, they done had that damn marathon. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there in Cali, IA. Much love, much respect. Family, that right there is a prime example of what's going on with them. These folks is running and they falling. And Black Americans, we just out there moving right along, having a jolly ass time, and we ain't scared of nothing. It feels good to be FBA when you don't have to flee to save the day. Everything is in our favor right now. Everything is working for us right now. Nothing is working for them, and that's why they asses can't swim. Shout out to the FBA brother who won. Much love and respect. And shout out to us because all we do is win. Family, but this is the delusion at the end. Look at this one. This woman has a message. She says ICE raids tear families apart in Africa. And she got a message for Donald Trump. And I think that she thinks she's too sexy for her homeland. We're going to find out, y'all.
What did we do? The only sin that we committed is that we came to America. We said we are looking for a greener pastures. Our greener pastures has turned to black right in front of us. President Trump, give us time. We will leave. We will all leave America. We will leave. Because how many years have you spent?
Damn, hold up. She out there. She glitching, family. Tell us more.
Us. President Trump, give us time. We will leave. We will all leave America. We will leave. Because how many years have you spent? Only 1 year. And everybody is living in fear like this. How many years more? 3 years before you killed everybody.
Damn. It's like that though, lady. This is how afraid you are. Well, look at her face right there, boy. She tripping.
ICE has killed them. ICE has killed the
I got to do it, y'all. I'm sorry. Extra petty. I told y'all I was going to be petty tonight. Here we go.
To be done because ICE has killed them. ICE has killed the mother, the father, the children. ICE, they are going into people's house to pick people.
ICE has killed them. They take all the jollof and foo-foo away. Damn. This is the reality for these people.
What did we do? The only sin that we committed is that we came to America. We said we are looking for a greener pastures. Our greener pastures has turned to black.
Whoa! I don't know what she said, but she seemed very, very interested in it.
pastors, our greener pastors has turned to black right in front of us. President Trump, give us time. We will leave. We will all leave America. We will leave. Because how many years have you spent?
Damn. Family, I'm telling you right now, if you want to talk about a crash out, there you go. Man, oh man, that's what they wanted us to inherit? Oh, no. See, because you got to understand, brothers and sisters, from the I'm too sexy for my homeland and from the ISIS running up on people's house and all the mushmouth tethers, what you see is a common denominator. Those are two different people, don't know each other, okay? Two different people who are trying to be Black Americans, two different people who are down bad right now. They're tethered, depressed. And foundational Black Americans, we are blessed. I told y'all, man, these people down bad and we are blessed and highly certified. That's the type of energy we on. Because you got to know, when you start teaming up with these people and running down that line, you inherit all their problems. And fam, it ain't just the African problems. You inherit the Jamaican problems, the Haitian problems. And now you're starting to see on social media, Haitians are calling out other Haitians because Haitians in Haiti told all of them, don't go back home. And then you're seeing in Jamaica, they're telling the other Jamaicans, don't come back home. These people have been delineated. They've been delineated and separated. There's another term for delineation in the diaspora. I call it tribalism. What's more delineating than tribalism? These people have tribalism themselves into all forms of that. This is why Black Americans don't want no parts of that. And the good thing about that is, brothers and sisters, we don't have to because we not them. And we can sit over here and be our extra special foundational Black American selves, and we ain't got to deal with nobody else. Look at this guy right here, family. He says that the Haitians and the Haitian diaspora, they got some problems. Watch.
This message is for the Haitian diaspora. So if you are not a Haitian, I will encourage you to just scroll away from this video because this message is not for you. It's not going to resonate with you. So now that I have all the Haitians here, let's get started. So I saw a video of this guy, and I can't remember his name, but this Haitian guy, I assume that he is in Haiti, talking in Creole about the fact that if you are not born in Haiti, well, I shouldn't say the fact. It was his opinion that if someone is not born in Haiti, then you cannot consider yourself a Haitian. And he was talking about the diaspora.
What? Hold it. That sounded a hell of a lot like the 14th Amendment right here in America. Oh, so y'all know exactly what we doing. Y'all just get mad because you can't come to our country. You don't mind when you do it in your country. You just don't like it in ours. Okay, I see it. Let's go.
Diaspora specifically. And I have to push back on that because, number one, Haiti is one of the few countries in the world that has citizenship by bloodline. So that means that, excuse me, that means that if one or both of your parents are Haitian, then you are considered Haitian. This is lineage based. And that extends to
lineage based. It's funny, fam. Somehow they all understand what we over here doing. When it applies to them, lineage-based, you can't be here, naturalized, born in this country. Damn, y'all got some problems.
If you have kids or your grandkids or your great-grandkids. So even though you are not born in Haiti, you are still considered Haitian by blood. And it doesn't matter if you are mixed with something else. If you are a Haitian citizen, if one or both of your parents or your grandparents were Haitian citizens, then you are considered Haitian. So that's number one. And we have to understand why there are few, and I don't see this too much, but there are people that come out and say that if you are part of the diaspora, you are not really Haitian. You have to understand their mindset. There are groups and classes of people in Haiti that do not want the diaspora to return to Haiti. They want the diaspora's money, but they don't want the diaspora to start figuring out that we too can become citizens of.
Whoa! they out here tether snitching, and y'all ain't lying. Dude hairline looked like it jumped out that back window. I think that's what's covering behind him, fam. What the hell is this? Y'all see it? Y'all heard it. Look at that, fam. They don't want them back. Then why they always trying to get us to go to these places? Y'all notice the places they always want us to claim or go to are the places they don't want to go back to? Tell me y'all notice that. I done noticed it. I'm seeing it. Y'all watching it, witnessing it. Here we go right here, fam. It's the same exact thing.
Of Haiti legally, we too can start owning land and owning businesses in Haiti. They don't want that because now we are conflicting with their interests as well. So there is that element over there as well. I encourage you, if you are a descendant of a Haitian, to look into getting your Haitian citizenship no matter what. Because it's always good to have a second option. Yes, the United States is still a great country to make money and to live a good life. However, that chapter in American history is slowly coming to an end. So now we have to start being strategic and thinking about.
Oh, what he's saying right there, brothers and sisters, is delineation is here. And we done made the block hot. Listen what he said, y'all. He said that chapter is coming to an end, aka the free meal ticket has came to an end. Here we go.
It's always good to have a second option. Yes, the United States is still a great country to make money and to live a good life. However, that chapter in American history is slowly coming to an end. So now we have to start being strategic and thinking about other options. And right now, you may not think that Haiti would be an option for you to live, but even if you just get that passport, you never know. You never know when you'll just want to visit or when you will want to, eventually move there. You never know what will happen in 1, 5, 10, 15, 50 years. This is not only about you. This is for your children and your grandchildren. This message is for the Haitian diaspora.
Oh, there was a hell of a lot of tether fear in what you just heard right there, family. That was a hell of a lot of tether fear. If you leave, you can come back, but if you left again, then coming back might not be the best option for you. But if you did come back, I'd be here waiting for you, and my hairline would still be missing. So basically, it ain't going the way that you wanted it to go, and it ain't working the way you wanted it to work. I got it. Go ahead and just say it, family. If you're scared, just say you're scared. That's what he was saying. So basically, as we go down the line, these individuals, they ain't living too good in this diaspora, family. You see them right there? He talked about how Haitians don't want them to come back. They all talk about how people come there. They don't conclude them. Foundational Black Americans don't attach ourselves and associate ourselves with what these people are doing. Because if we were to do that, then you inherit all the problems. We are going to let the diaspora have the problems, because when you look at the diaspora and you start thinking about just Africa, man, you got all of that stuff. You're talking about billions of strangers, fam. When we talk about people coming into America illegally and we don't know who the hell they are, that's the same thing happening if you get down with the diaspora, fam. These are billions of folks you don't know. We right here and we good over here. Black Americans, we don't have this need to want to go anywhere. This is really what it boiled down to, is the folks who got to go somewhere versus the people who are good where they're at. And fam, that's only one. Watch this one. Oh, no. We just went to Haiti. I told y'all we about to cook. We went to Haiti. Now let's go on to Jamaica. Let's talk about Jamaica. I promise you right now, this Jamaican guy gonna say the same exact thing about folks who want to go over there. So that is Africa, that is Jamaica, that is Haiti, the whole damn diaspora. Y'all got diaspora problems, and Black Americans, we got foundational Black American exceptionalism. Big difference on certified time. Look at this right here, y'all. This is what I mean, and we all the way live.
Doctors and nurses. But did anyone explain, just cut ties with Cuban doctors and nurses, but did anyone explain what does that mean for the Jamaican diaspora? Let's have a real conversation here. For years, many of us in the diaspora have been thinking about moving back to Jamaica, retiring, investing, building, reconnecting with the land that built us. But one of the biggest concerns we hear all the time is healthcare. Now we are hearing that Jamaica has ended its arrangement with Cuban doctors and nurses. So here is a fair question to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and the Ministry of Health and Wellness in Jamaica. And people, I want you to share this message because I want them to hear it. What percentage of Jamaica's healthcare workforce did those Cuban medical professionals represent? And now that they are gone, what does the healthcare system look like moving forward? This question is not for a political debate. This question is for the Jamaican diaspora, the people who are abroad who are seriously thinking about returning home. Because if healthcare was already one of the biggest challenges before, what should we expect now? Will there be shortages? Will services slow down? Or is there a new plan already in place to replace those doctors and nurses? The diaspora,
fam, we just went from Haiti to Jamaica. Both of these guys are saying that it ain't looking too good and the diaspora don't need to come over there. That's what they said. That ain't what we said. This is their stuff. This is how they feel. They out there putting it all on. I told you about the dirty diaspora. They don't like the fact that we can sit here and confirm every single thing that we already knew about these people.
Deserves clarity, not rumors, not speculation, clarity. So respectfully, we are asking the government of Jamaica, give the diaspora a formal explanation. Because if you want people to come home, invest, retire, and build a country, they must understand what they are coming back to. If Jamaica wants the diaspora to come home, then Jamaica must first tell the diaspora the truth about this.
Stop. They don't want y'all to come home because they trying to come to America. They trying to go to the same place that you at. Fam, they all over the place. They mixing and matching and fleeing. One person flee that way, next one flee that way. Only time they see each other is when they see each other in fleer passing. Oh, I said it. That's what it is, fam. They see each other in fleer passing. His ass is fleeing this way, he fleeing that way. They stop, they wave their ashy ass knuckles, and then they keep on moving, fam. These people don't want to be in their homeland. So I don't want to hear nobody running around here talking about what FBA does or how the term foundational Black American hurts your feelings. F your damn feelings and F you too, because your homeland is where you need to reside. Don't come to my homeland and try to talk about what we got going on. When you sitting there saying the diaspora says, then we need to all get together. You owe us an explanation. No. You owe yourself an explanation in terms of packing your stuff and going back to where you from. Do you understand the coward nature of leaving your people behind? And then your people behind are trying to flee to where you fled to. Remember, y'all, tethering is a culture. They love tethering. Tethering's a great thing for them. They feel this way. If I tether and I go to someone else's culture, that's a success in life, fam. They don't view that as bad. Let me say this, fam. We are the only people who view tethering as bad. This is why we're not a part of the diaspora, okay? You got one lineage, foundational Black Americans, who look at people who mooch, who leech, who tether on to other people as a bad thing. The rest of the diaspora, oh, they look at that as a come up. They all want it. They may not say it out loud. Fam, we see different than them. This is why we ain't a part of the diaspora, okay? We ain't them. They think it's cool to leave your ancestors behind, leave your family behind, leave everything behind. That ain't the FBA way. Hell to the no, it's not. They think it's cool to mooch off of someone else, have someone else be your meal ticket, to cosplay someone else's culture. We don't rock with that. Family, every single thing that they do and what we do is diametrically composed of foundational Black American energy and is diametrically opposed to their tether energy. That's what it's all about. FBA don't play them games, family. We out here really standing where we are, not fleeing and hopping and skipping and jumping. Them, on the other hand, they don't give a damn. It's cool. They treat somebody who fled like sending your kid off to college. That's just how it is. That's how it is. And that's how we'll always be with these individuals. And when I tell y'all the mentality, fam, I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all. I mean it. Let me show y'all something. This right here, fam. If the I'm too sexy for my homeland was bad, if the Donald Trump is going to get us all bad, if Mr. Haitian with the hairline that needs a parachute is bad, if Mr. Jamaican who said, we's leaving, can you come with me? Can we come home? If all of that was bad enough for you, I'm about to show you something even worse than that, family. So we went through Jamaica. We went through Haiti. Now we're about to go to Africa, family. They have a Chinese podcaster who went over to Africa and dressed as a woman. And do you know when this Chinese podcaster went over to Africa dressed as a woman, all of the milk dud mutumbos in the village was chasing after this individual and trying to lift this man's skirt? I'm not lying. First off, let's make two things. Y'all notice how the Chinese community, when they go over to Africa, they be mocking them, and then the Africans still be going along. How many times you seen the W's go over there with all that African garb and they be kicking their legs, just clowning them? Have you noticed that the Africans never have a problem with that? One thing about Black Americans, we know when somebody is out here acting like us or mocking us, and we check them. Africans, I've seen it all. I've seen W's go to their village and to be dancing around and jumping up and down, and all the Africans be over there doing this. Now you're going to see this Chinese podcaster went over there, and the Africans was following them. When I say these people love their colonizer more than they love themselves, you can see for yourself. Look at this right here, family. This is exactly why Black Americans delineate, because we don't want no parts of this. That's a man, y'all.
Are you ready for me? Huh? Are you ready for me? No. Let me just. No. What's good? Do you like me? Huh? You like me? You like me? What? Something you will kill me? Like what? Like
Oh hell no! Hell, what the hell is this? You like me? You date me? You want me? We got another Too Sexy for Your Homeland, fam. What in the hell is going on? The colonizer out there dissing you and you loving them.
Huh? You like me? You like me? What? Something you will kill me?
What?
You like me? What? Something you will kill me? Like what? Like rice. Like oil. So, let me just see. I need you. I need you. Where?
That's a man, y'all. That's a dude. This is why we delineate. This is why we separate. I ain't seen none of them people calling this out. How come that Baja B. and Miller tether crybaby didn't call this out? How come Godfrey ain't called this out? How come all them TikTok tethers ain't called this out? This is why we separate, regulate full time. This ain't us, y'all. They love the colonizer.
Everything I with you. What happened? No. No problem. No. I should follow you. Don't follow me. Why? Don't follow me. I found my friend. Told me I'm like you. You don't like me. Yeah? Don't like me. I like you. I don't lie with you. I don't lie with you. Are you hearing me? How old are you? I'm a work friend. Excuse me.
And there go another one. Look, fam. Another random one pops up in the back. Look. He wants in on it. He's like, choose me. Don't pick him. No. Don't pick him. I get you all the fufu in village. Look at that, fam. There you go. This is what we talk about, fam. Right damn here.
Huh? You like me? You like me? What? Something you will kill me? Like what? Like rice. Like oil. So, let me just see. I need you. I need you.
There you go, family. If you have not got your dosage of dusty ass tethers for the day, you just did. There it is. That's how they feel about their colonizer. Okay? They chasing them up and down. They just mocking them too, fam. I don't know how that can go on in your homeland, and yet you're still talking about Black Americans. Okay? Other than your Black American vitriol runs so deep that you completely skip over anything that is detrimental to you. You need to worry about them folks over there colonizing you. You take the colonizer and allow that to all happen, and then you got a problem with foundational Black Americans who simply say, hell no. Hell to the no. We rebuke all of that goddamn tether energy. Keep that stuff on the other end. Don't bring it around FBA. Family, we're different. We've always been different. We move different. We speak different. Our vibrations and frequencies, as I said before, our moral fiber is different. There's nothing that they're doing that is similar to FBA. Dude, yeah, he was up in there, wasn't he? You like me? You like me? And sitting there getting mocked. And by the way, remember how dude was talking about y'all made movies and y'all made songs about us? You don't say nothing about that right there, though, because that's one of their podcasters over there. And then they also have them images on their television. They never talk about how the W and the Asian goes over there and they completely mock y'all while they're colonizing you. Remember, fam, that's just the mocking version of it. You also have the colonizer version that comes from the same community, and they don't say a damn thing about neither one of them. Why? Why don't they? The reason why they don't, brothers and sisters, is because they're too worried about foundational Black Americans. And you can never be a foundational Black American. We ain't a part of no damn diaspora. That is it. Bottom line. And this ain't up for negotiation. Oh, we ain't negotiating with nothing. This ain't no Black Americans that's trying to get a point proven. This is foundational Black Americans putting that damn stamp on it. And everybody knows that we've been sitting over here handling our business, and we ain't got that energy. Black Americans don't have that energy. Black Americans got a different vibe, a different frequency, and everybody feels it when we step into the place. I'm going to say this, fam. You always see these tethers, and these tethers are always like, Black Americans feel that they're the main characters. Black Americans feel they're the number ones. You goddamn right we do. Hell yeah. Man, listen, main character and proud. Because if that right there is some type of vibe we supposed to share, I don't want that. Hell no. So look right there, fam. I showed you Haiti, Jamaica, and Africa. All three of them. Look at the condition that they're in. And if you want to see the condition that foundational Black Americans are in, look at your damn screen. FBA's out here standing on certified business. That wasn't standing on business, man. That wasn't standing on certified time, man. That right there was your typical crash out. And Black Americans, we out here balling out. Big damn difference between the two of them. And family, you got to also watch these people who come around and they start trying to tell Black Americans, y'all got to stop talking about the immigrants and the tethers. Y'all got to stop speaking on them. There's always now going to be these people who are trying to reduce our energy and get us to leave them alone. There's a hell of a lot of things. Fam, do you know some of the spaces that me and my sister Natural, certified salute, beloved, when we have a lot of our spaces, fam, it don't matter what the damn tethers say. Tethers done came in there and said Black Americans is slaves. Black Americans came on boats. Black Americans is ignorant. Do you know there's always somebody saying, let them talk? Fam, we're not with the let them talk. But I don't know what people's obsession is of letting tethers disrespect us. I don't get it. And fam, I done been in the trenches and I done seen what it is. I sat there and seen a tether come into one of our spaces, a guy who was Somalian. For the first 5 minutes, he talked all this stuff about the civil rights era and how good we are. And as soon as I checked him and said, you ain't a part of the lineage, he snapped immediately and he turned into all that Godfrey talk. We said, you guys are slaves any goddamn way. Do you know after I roasted his ass, I'm out here retiring tethers, fam. Black Alpha, I done deported more tethers than Tom Homan, okay? They need to send me a damn check, 2 checks. I'll take my reparations check and I'll take my damn ICE check because I've been out here doing all the work for them because I've been deporting their asses off of spaces, off of lives, off the block, off the avenue, off the field. That's what we've been doing. But we ain't letting them talk, y'all, because I want y'all to notice there's always somebody out there telling Black Americans, leave them alone. And look at this guy right here. And family, I can see the gap in this guy's mouth right here already. I don't think he's a Black American. But watch this right here, family. It says FBA should stop talking about immigrants' tethers. And he says ANS, he spelled ANS wrong, A-N-S, focus on the real enemies. As if the real enemies aren't the tethers. Watch this, fam.
As a Black American, as FBA, talking about immigrants and tethers all day will not change the reality that we in America. We need to stop going back and forth with immigrants. If you want to move up in America, do you see what's going on? Like, do you see what's going on? Why are we focusing so much attention on immigrants?
So why are you hiding the fact that you are an immigrant? Somebody in the chat said field goal. You ain't lying, family. He whistling when he talking, ain't he? This man got a whole clarinet between his teeth. God damn.
Bro, we need to be infiltrating and getting in higher positions. America is still America. And the more power that we have against the real oppressor, the more we can control things that happen. Stop talking about immigrants all day. Stop talking about immigrants all day. Stop talking about immigrants all day and talk about the real threat. As a Black American, as FBA.
You ain't no damn FBA. Stop playing. Stop. I'm so tired of, as an FBA, as a anywhere but African, you anywhere but African. That's what the hell you are. Uh-huh. See that, fam? You got to remember, though. You got to remember this, fam. During slavery, there were people who came around us and told Black Americans, quit talking about massa. During the civil rights era, there were people who came around and said, hey, quit talking about the Klan. right? Now you're getting the modern day version of that, of people saying, quit talking about tethers, all right? First off, we ain't talking about them all day. And if we did, why you give a damn? I'm going to tell you why foundational Black Americans are doing it, because we see them all the same. The same people who brought to you the slave plantation and the Klan and the police, them are the same people who are bringing you tethers. Who the hell you thought brought them in? Who the hell you thought brought these people in? These are the same cast of characters. See, Black Americans, we delineate, and at the same time, we know how to differentiate. We can put you in a box here, 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 and we can know exactly who brought your ass in, why you came here, and why you got so much anti-Black American animosity, and we're going to match that with velocity. We don't give a damn about none of that. We see it, and we're going to continue to do it, fam. Never trust somebody who tells you to quit talking about the people who come here to replace you. Do you see how foolish that is, fam? Quit talking about the people who are coming here to replace FBA. Basically, what they want us to do is throw our hands up and say, we ain't gonna say nothing to nobody, and we just gonna let it happen. Shit, you don't know this generation. Maybe before, maybe back in the day, not now. Let me tell y'all another thing and another reason why we have to, because they're still out here running this game. After Jasmine Crockett got completely destroyed, and you seen how all them Latinos voted, immediately, y'all, they started to send out all the Latinos to the internet to talk about the Black and Brown coalition again. Difference is that the tether talk don't work on us. Black and brown don't work on us. People of color don't work on us. African American don't work on us. Nothing they're doing is working. We returning all of that back to sender. You give us your projection, we gonna send you back the rejection. Look at this, fam. This is what I mean. Watch this woman talking about the Black and brown tension needs to stop. Watch this.
The tension between the Black and Latino community needs to stop. And we need to be the generation to stop it. Anti-Blackness exists in our community. We know this. Anti-Blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color.
No, it doesn't. No, the anti-Blackness in the Black community? No, the hell it don't. Fam, they just making stuff up. I'm telling you. What the hell you talking about, Senorita?
Anti-Blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color struggle with this. And the reason why is what we all have in common. We were all colonized and trained to have a mindset of you versus me for survival. But that ends with us. We need to lead with unity and not division. We have to be the change we want to see. We have to stop pointing the finger in both communities and make the decision that we are going to choose to be united versus divided. I'm not going to pretend like I have all the answers, but here are examples of how you can show up differently and be the change you want to see. Number one, share stories of solidarity. Share stories of love. Share stories of when you have experienced the Black or Latino community showing up in your spaces. We
ain't got none. That's the thing. What you talking about? Miss Taco Truck? We ain't got none of that. Foundational Black America, we ain't got to play that little game you talking about. Fam, what she's trying to do is make it look like it goes both ways. That right there is her using supremacist tactics. Y'all know we both do it. It happened on both sides. All that both sides talk is trash. Anytime you hear somebody saying that there's a mutual conflict, they're lying. Black Americans don't give a damn about nobody. We focus on ourselves. We don't wake up thinking about you. We don't have some type of preconceived vitriol. That's y'all trying to dump it off on us. The only problem is that you got a problem. Don't hit me with the tell stories about friendship. That's the problem. Y'all been telling damn stories, Disneyland stories. We ain't playing that damn Nickelodeon game with you. The stories we got is y'all not being present. That's what it is. And anytime we did see y'all was running your mouth being disrespectful. Now that you getting checked, you want to talk about stories and love. Keep your damn love. You better take care of your own people and wonder why Donald Trump's going state by state, country by country, bombing y'all people. Don't worry about Black Americans.
Need to shift the narrative. Number two, if your reality is division between the Black and Latino community and your goal is unity, then it is up to you to seek out examples of when the Latino and Black communities show up for one another, where they show love, where there is actual solidarity, because guess what? It exists. And if you need a place to start with me. I am happy to be a part of your network of Latinos who have nothing but love for our Black sisters and brothers. Number 3, ask your neighbors how you can be helpful. You need to lead with your heart in this moment. That is the only way that we are going to experience an actual shift. We have to show up as human beings. We have to show up vulnerable. We have to show up as the change that we want to see. Lastly, ask others to join you. Let's actually start in the comments. Share your stories of solidarity and love. If members of the Latino and Black community have a hard time seeing it, let's show them how it's actually done. The tension between the Black and Latino community needs.
What the hell is she talking about, family? You see the delusion that these people live in, fam? You see what I'm talking about? You can sit there and see her say that, then you can turn right around, and what you going to see afterwards, fam? You're going to turn right around and you're going to see them be completely anti-Black American. Be Black American haters. That's what it is, fam. They want to be lineage haters. That's really what it is. Ain't no damn unity in the community. And every time Black Americans have ever turned around, these people had nothing but spite for us. See, I'm going to tell you what it is, fam. They don't like the fact that Black Americans ain't playing them games no goddamn more. They don't like the fact that Black Americans is checking them. They all want to go back to a time where you can do and say as you please. You could tell a story that didn't exist. Fam, remember how comfortable it was for the POCs? You got to remember this. If you have a name that is fake and don't exist, what do you think the stories that come from that name are going to be? Think about this, fam. They had a fake name, person of color, a fake name, African American, a fake name, the Black and Brown Coalition. Now, family, when you start to watch and observe these individuals, they ain't got no type of time, no type of place, no type of energy around us. They don't like the fact that you can't just say fake shit no more and get away with it. Black Americans are calling you out. And I'm talking about of all ages, man. I done seen brothers and sisters from all backgrounds. You can't just say, hey, remember that time I was there? No, you weren't. Hey, man, remember that time I loaned you that money? You got to give it back to me. No, the hell I didn't. You ain't getting nothing because you weren't there. Remember that time I was your brother? Remember that time I was your sister? Remember that time we was friends? Fam, the world's been living off of playing pretend with Black Americans for the last 60 years. And we done cut all that off. You ain't just going to make stuff up no more and think we going to say, that is true that one day, right? The day you grew wings and flew, and then you flew and you picked me up and you dropped me off at the job that day. They make it look like they got wings, they can fly. They make it look like they can wave a magic wand. Anything that's fake is what they've been saying. We were the first era to step up and say, that ain't true. That's a mother lie. That ain't true. You was never where you said you was. You were never there. These people now are getting called on their BS. Fam, remember, we live in reality. They live in fantasy. And we don't take no vacations over there. Foundational Black Americans ain't allowing people no more to play with our lineage. That's what pisses them off. They wish they could go back to a time frame where they could just say and do anything. All right? Remember all them things Barack Obama did? No. Y'all remember when Jesse Jackson was out there and he saved us? No, the hell he didn't. What about when Bill Clinton played the saxophone and immediately the Black economic disparities went down? Hell no, that ain't ever happened. That ain't going nowhere, family. We out here letting everybody know. When you deal with us, you gonna deal in reality. Hell, I'm gonna tell you that today. You gonna deal in reality. We ain't running them games no more. Barack Obama was a real Black American. Nope, that's pretending fake. Kamala Harris was a real Black woman. That's pretending fake. We snatching that goddamn plug out the wall. We ain't allowing nobody no more to pretend that they're us. I'm going to show you even further, fam, how much we've been regulating these people all the way across the line. So none of that goes on ever again when you start dealing with our lineage, heritage, and culture. Look at these frauds out here, fam. And this is why they got to hold their own nationality nuts. Look at this right here, family. When you start talking about scamming, watch this.
These defendants engaged in a chilling attack on our justice system.
It's been 3 weeks since $120,000 in cash was dropped at the home of a juror in the Feeding Our Future trial. U.S. Attorney Andy Lugar describing it now as a sophisticated scheme.
And they plotted carefully and deliberately during the trial, waiting for the right moment to act. Fortunately for all of us, Juror 52 could not be bought.
Charged are 3 of the Feeding Our Future defendants, Abdi Aziz Farah, his brother Saeed Farah, and Abdi...
Remember, y'all? Remember during the Black and Brown era, them folks was classified as us. Remember during the Yes We Can era, them folks was our brothers. During the people of color time, them folks was a part of our lineage. Delineation done ruin all that. You see why they mad. You see why they hurting. You see why they crashing out as much as you can see why that hairline don't exist. This is what we talking about. No longer can these individuals pretend to be Black Americans. The pretending days are over with.
Mashid Noor. Also charged are Abdul Karim Farah, another brother, seen here in an evidence photo, and Ladan Ali, recruited to fly in from Seattle, also seen in this evidence photo. Ali's fingerprints were found on the bag used to deliver the bribe. Ali's rental car was seen waiting for juror number 52 to leave after court and then following her. License plate readers found 19 times over 3 days. Ali's car was near the juror's home.
They studied her, followed her, and determined that she would succumb to their scheme.
Stuffed inside a water bottle in Abdiaziz Faraz's home was a typed list of the jurors' names. And though deleted, the FBI still recovered evidence from defendants' phones, including text messages arranging the bribe, about staking out the juror, and a video of Ali actually delivering the bribe. They also found lengthy instructions to the juror on how to convince others to vote not guilty, and it heavily plays on race. "We are immigrants," it reads. "They don't respect us and care about us."
In the indictment, it alleges that she was targeted for 2 reasons. One, she was young, and 2, that they believe she was the only juror of color. Yeah.
It also found among the evidence a GPS tracking device to be placed on a car. This was at the hotel that LaDon Ali was staying at, but she left abruptly before she was scheduled to. That was delivered after she left. They believe it was meant to be placed also on that juror's car.
And determined.
Damn. Every single day, more and more and more, these individuals have to hold their own nationality nuts. Family, certified salute to all of you. Certified salute to the whole FBA lineage, because we have accomplished something that no one's ever done before. Black American and is over with. We've canceled it. No longer is it Black American and. When's the last time you heard that? When's the last time you heard somebody run around and say, Black American and, Black American and? You don't hear that no more. See, foundational Black American, it starts and it ends. You can't attach nothing to that. You can't add nothing on to that. You can't associate that with something. It's foundational Black American. It is specified. It is exclusive, and it is direct, and everybody knows exactly what lineage you're talking about, our lineage. And that's why everybody's in shambles right now. You can't have no fraudsters, no scammers, no illegal immigrants, and say Black Americans and people of color, Black Americans and illegal immigrants, Black Americans and these damn thugs. Hell no. That is all on them now. Hold your own nationality nuts. And we did that. We created that. They didn't give that to us. We took that. This is the time that we done brought in, family. This is the attitude. This is the frequency. We ain't sitting back waiting for something to happen. We making it happen. We created that type of atmosphere to now everybody's doing it. I done seen people say, where your homeland? Where your people from? Where you really come from? Well, I come from here. No. I ain't talking about where you got dropped off at. I'm talking about where your people come from. And I'm talking about your background, your bloodline, and your lineage. We made lineage popping. That's why you hear the term lineage everywhere. Fam, you never heard lineage until foundational Black Americans started speaking about lineage. You never heard the term foundational until you started hearing foundational Black American. It all goes hand in hand, side by side. These things all coincide with each other because it's the exact same time that we showed up. Back in the old days, any type of dusty ass tether, any type of dusty ass criminal or illegal commit any crime, they was putting it off on Black folks. Why do you think crime is down in the Black community? Oh, y'all notice that? Yeah, go look at the statistics. The data's there. It ain't lying. Now you're starting to see that crime is down in every single major city where Black Americans at. Every single major city where Black Americans reside. I'm going to tell you why. Because the crime's always been down. We just separated foundational Black Americans from all these damn immigrants. Now that you remove the immigrants' contribution to them damn crime rate statistics, you see that Black Americans weren't doing the crime at all. It was always them. So this is why your headlines reflect that. This is why your headlines say Somali scammer, Nigerian scammer, illegal immigrant Mexican, just like the guy down in Austin, a guy who's Senegalese. You don't see FBA on that because we ended FBA and. Can't nobody run that game no more. All that FBA and talk is a wrap. FBA certified, that's it. And anybody who feels different, their ass has got to kick rocks. We on real FBA energy. And family, we ain't done with this FBA energy. I'm going to tell you where it goes, and I'm going to tell you how it don't stop. Look at this right here, my good certified brothers and sisters. This is what I mean. When these people come out here and they start talking all this stuff about Black Americans need to do this, Black Americans need to do that, Black Americans go over here. Let me show y'all how that stuff ends up turning out. It never turns out good, and I wish I would. Look at this, fam. All the folks that were saying they was going to go and pack their bags and go to Africa, let me tell you how that worked out for you. Look at this, y'all. All that, I'm going to leave America. Well, you can go ahead and leave. More America for us. Look at this. This woman done went over there to Africa, and look how she's living. Are y'all in a rush to do this? Or are you good where you at? Watch.
So, I'm used to, in America, washing with a regular sink. But in Africa, in certain parts, we wash with a bucket. So this is my chore for today. So come on, take a look. So this is what a soap is, right? So when I'm done washing here, then this is the rinse bucket, right? So when I'm done, wash the dish, I soak it in here to rinse. And when I'm done rinsing,
I know what the hell that is. She acting like we don't know what a damn bucket is with water. There's water in this thing, and it's a bucket. And what we do is we rinse it. We know what it is. We just don't live like that. How about that one? We know what it is. We just don't give a damn. How about that one? Fam, they out there trying to get us to embrace buckets and water. You watch your damn mind.
so come on, take a look. So this is what a soap is, right? So when I'm done washing here, then this is the rinse bucket, right? So when I'm done, wash the dish, I soak it in here to rinse. And when I'm done rinsing, I put it,
Hey, good comment in the chat. That dirty ass rag. Fam, y'all know, let me tell you something. FBA, we so damn fresh and clean. There ain't nothing worse than a dirty ass rag. Y'all notice that all these other people, they think just because it's a rag, it's clean all the time. Y'all know what I'm talking about? They think just because it's a rag, it's clean. It's a rag, it's got to be clean now. No, the hell it don't. Y'all notice that? They'll just see a rag and be like, well, it's a rag. I mean, it has to be clean. Why? Because it's a rag. No, the hell it ain't. That rag probably got so many goddamn bacteria germs on it. And she said, and then you do this, and then you move it, and then you twist it. Fam, Black Americans don't even go camping like that, okay? We don't even go camping on that type of time. You want us to reduce how we living and live like that? You want us to reduce how we living and embrace that culture? Hell no. That dirty ass rag, that rag is leaving stains. Hell no. Mildew, ain't no worse than a mildew rag. You bound to get effed up around me with a damn mildew rag. Ooh, look at this rag now. It's dirty and clean now. Hell no. Your ass better get the hell out of my foundational Black American space. If you want to live like that in Nigeria, have at it. We living good in America.
I soak it in here to rinse. And when I'm done rinsing, I put it on the platter to dry, right? So I have on my gloves. They told me don't put on gloves because this is not normal, right?
You might as well take them damn gloves off. You sitting there cleaning everything with a dirty rag outside, and then you think the gloves matter. You don't pass the gloves. The gloves don't even mean nothing now. Them damn gloves are so contaminated. Fam, all this is contaminated. This is all contaminated stuff, fam. Hell no, we don't do this. We ain't living like that.
But I'm wearing my gloves. So this is what I'm doing today.
Celebrity landlady.
Celebrity landlady. Okay, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I have work to do.
Don't play.
By the way, don't that look just like the same village where the guy was saying, don't you want me? Don't you want me? It sounded like the same village over here, fam. I don't know, dog. But what we do know is that, hell no, we ain't living like that. Foundational Black Americans have created something for ourselves. This is what I want everybody to understand. Success is a very powerful thing, fam. Success is a very powerful thing. We've created a condition for ourselves to live, and we've created a condition for foundational Black Americans to succeed in. They don't. And the ones who do have something good for themselves, they don't give back. They flee. So the fact that we don't have to live like that, That's where the jealousy comes from. Fam, I want y'all to know the jealousy. Let me tell you, look where she at. That's where your jealousy come from. Every time you see a damn tether and they be talking about them, I don't like you, I don't like Tariq, I don't like FBA. That's because of that condition right there. We got to get to the core. We got to get to the meat and potatoes here, family. That right there background that you see, that is why they don't like FBA. They want Black Americans to go down. I'm going to go ahead, fam. I'm going to give it to you in about 20 seconds. These people love W's. And they realize that this country called the United States of America, W's didn't build it. It's the Black Americans. So they say, how can the W's we love so much not create such a great country, but the Black Americans we can't stand are the ones who created it? And then the jealousy kicks in. They're mad that we did everything that they want to attribute to the W's. That's what it's really about. There's an underlining mechanism here with all of their envy towards us, fam. They want to say that America's great because of W's. They want to say America is so lovely because of W's. They want to flee here and say it's because of the W's. They don't like the fact that when you flee here, you literally did that based off the backs of foundational Black Americans putting work in the streets as activists, right? So that right there on paper is a reason why you got to give it up to Black Americans. Then the very country that you step foot in is because of Black Americans, because we literally built the thing from the ground up. And if you want to add a third one, it's the fact that you come over here to the United States of America and Black Americans are the only ones who go against the system of supremacy. That right there is why these people can't stand us. If it was all about the W's, they'd be smiling right now. They want to say W's built America. I'm going there, fam. I'm going there. The Africans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, and the diaspora want to say that W's built America. They hate saying Black Americans did. They want to say that W's are indigenous to America. They don't want to say that it's Black Americans. Anything that we've done, fam, that's great. They want to give it to the W. And the fact that they can't because, you know, we so boisterous and so bold when we talk, that upsets them. And then they go get on TikTok and then they spend their whole goddamn day talking about us. Kids ain't even been fed. The dirty ass rag got mildew on it, and you're still just chirping about FBI. And then they make that even more effed up. All of that hate, all that jealousy, all that envy, and then you did a 25-hour TikTok live about Black Americans, and you couldn't even get 3 people in the room. You want to talk about failing and then failing. And FBA don't go for that. We kick a whole different energy, fam. And I'm so proud of all of you guys because I've been seeing brothers and sisters out here. Every reparations rally, every reparations committee, every summit, every hearing, running up on them politicians. The reason why we do that is because we are staking our claim and we ain't taking the BS no more. This generation made a very clear point. When I say this generation, family, I want everybody to know. I'm talking about brothers and sisters from all ages. This is an ageless generation. Remember that, family. You know how we say the code is the leader, right? The code is the leader, and being on code is also the, I don't want to say limits. I don't want to say restrictions. I want to say it's the truth. Being on code is the truth in every aspect. And that's what's got everybody afraid. So much to the point, family, that when I show y'all these people living over there in that bad way, FBA's out here living in a good way. Look at what I'm about to show you right now on your screen, family. FBA called this out a long time ago, and FBA is going to continue to call it out. Matter of fact, hold on. While we in the chat, let me say this, fam. Remember, Black Americans, we come in all shapes and sizes. Black Americans, we come in all different age groups. We come from all the 50 states. Can't nobody compare to us. So anybody who's trying to make foundational Black Americans like we're just some lost Africans or generic immigrants, that ain't how it goes. Let me show y'all this is what I mean, though, family. When I say that we certified, look at this right here. All that stuff going on in Iran, this is what I was telling you about how people are going to come around and they're going to try to make Black Americans seem like we have a friend in Iranians. Watch this right here, family.
In case y'all don't believe me, let's talk about it. They keep saying we're going to be targeted by Iran. We got to fight back. We, like they speak in French. But baby, trust me, we will not be targeted because if anything, they know their target is the bloodthirsty Richmond. But just in case y'all don't believe me, let's talk about the unique and historical relationship between Black Americans and Iran. Let's get into it. And if you've made it this...
A historic relationship between Black Americans and Iran. Hold on. Wait. Family, before I go there, I'm sorry. I be trying to get to these damn videos, fam. Wait a minute. Family, how many of y'all know an Iranian? How many of y'all know an Iranian? F that. How many of y'all parents told you about the friendships that they had with Iranians? The historic relationship between Black Americans and Iranians. Don't they do this every time? Y'all remember the historic relationship with Black folks and Palestinians? You remember that? What about black folks and Mexicans? What about black folks and Africans? Didn't I tell y'all that these people just say shit and they just out here pretending? Didn't I say that, family? Look at it right here. Now they're saying that black Americans have a historic relationship with Iranians. It's always somebody on the other side of the planet Earth. Absolutely, fam. None. Hell no. That part right there. Let's go to work. Family, now they're trying to tell us that we have a historic relationship that we need to honor with Iranians.
If anything, they know their target is them bloodthirsty rich men. But just in case y'all don't believe me, let's talk about the unique and historical relationship between Black Americans and Iran. Let's get into it. And if you've made it this far in the video, please just try to keep an open mind. I know unlearning everything we've been taught is very hard, but stick with me because this is not a conspiracy theory. It's a proven fact. And to understand it, we got to go all the way back to 1979 when they overthrew the brutal US-backed dictator Shah Pahlavi. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because his son Reza Pahlavi is all over the news cheering on the US and Israel bombing Iranian schools. But anyway, in 1979, Iranian revolutionaries stormed the U.S. embassy in Tehran and took more than 60 people hostage. The situation lasted 444 days, and when they released people, they released Black people and women first. And you're probably thinking, why would Iran do that? Well, the Ayatollah at the time said that he saw us as an oppressed group of people in America, and he didn't hold us hostage because he said that we were probably sent to Iran against our...
Oh, he said, y'all, off the testimony of the Ayatollah, he said he loved Black Americans. He said he's our friend. Family, this happened in the 80s. And now in 2026, this woman saying, he said he loved us. He said he'll let us all go. Family, they always make it look like we got these damn relationships. No, we don't.
Will or were victims of the U.S. government. News reports at the time, including a broadcast by ABC's Peter Jennings, confirmed that Iran's leadership was planning to release women and Black hostages to show that their problem was not with us, it was with the U.S. government. Now, our relationship didn't even end there either. After the Iranian Revolution...
Somebody in the chat said, her hairline goes back to Iran. You ain't lying. That thing started off somewhere in the Western Hemisphere and got dropped off in Tehran.
Iran issued a national postage stamp featuring Malcolm X. And at the time, it was the first stamp in the world to honor him. The United States wouldn't even release its own Malcolm X stamp for another 15 years. And for many, this was a clear sign that Iran wanted to link its own revolution with the global struggle against racism and imperialism. And they did. And of course, the relationship is complicated. Many Iranian students and activists in America during the 1960s and 70s actually worked side by side with Black student groups like the Black Student Union to protest the U.S. government's support for the former Shah of Iran.
Fam, are you getting deja vu? Ain't this the same thing they told us when they were trying to get us to cape for Palestine in the Gaza Strip, in the West Bank? They always start talking about the student activists on colleges. They were out there. All of the college students were on the same side. Fam, it's the same thing that they did after George Floyd got unalive. Remember? They was waving George Floyd flags all the way in Saudi Arabia. Same thing, huh?
They found common ground in fighting against what is a common enemy at this point, right? U.S. imperialism abroad and discrimination at home. So what was a complicated relationship wasn't that complicated because we had the same enemy. And you're probably thinking, well, that was 30, 40 years ago. No, there's some present day examples too. Like in 2014, after Mike Brown was shot, the Ayatollah at the time was making statements about the oppression of Black people in America. In 2020, after George Floyd was murdered, he did the same thing. Iran's leadership frequently talked about the oppression of Black people here in America and called out our system of racist policing. So again, their beef is not with us. Never has been, never will be. And yes, the Iranian government has made similar statements about other oppressed groups as well. But this...
We're Americans, Tetherette. We are Americans, meaning if they did something to America, they would get us in the process. This is dangerous rhetoric right here. Fam, let me tell y'all. Let me say this, family. Do you think if Iran did something to America, they would skip and do it around Black Americans, or would they just do it to the whole country? Okay. If they went to war with America, do you think if an American soldier was over there on the battlefield, they would say, we're not going to harm him? How that worked out, by the way, with all my brothers and sisters who went to Iraq. We got some in the chat right now. Certified salute to all of our veterans. Much love and respect. And let me tell you something about foundational Black American veterans, fam. I'm talking about the foundational Black American veterans and the offspring and the relatives of them. It takes a very, very strong person to defend this country based on foundational Black American lineage where you got to fight on both ends. Remember, y'all, the W He's only got to join the military to fight abroad. He comes over here and he can do whatever he wants. Black Americans, we fight here and we fight on the world stage. So it takes an extra special somebody to be a foundational Black American veteran. So certified salute. All my foundational Black American brothers and sisters who went over to all the wars. I've never heard any of these people shoot around us. And that's what they're basically trying to tell us. You seen how many brothers and sisters were unalived in World War II? You see how many brothers and sisters were unalived during the Korean War, Vietnam War, where Black Americans actually got unalived the most in the Vietnam War because they pushed us on the front line the most. What about Afghanistan? What about Iraq 2 times? So do you think if a conflict popped off with us in Iran, Iran would shoot around us because we're seen as a friend? Do you think if they want to drop something, they would jump over Black American areas? Or do you think they would just give it to everybody? Family, these people will try to pretend and ally themselves into a grave. That's how much they love them folks. FBA is not going for that. Not in the grassroots. Not in the grassroots. Shout out to all my foundationals. I see y'all in the chat. Much love and respect. Absolutely. And this is another thing too. Absolutely good point. Absolutely good point. When you start talking about the Black or melanated people in these homelands, y'all notice that pattern? They tell us that the Iranians love Black Americans. Iranians don't like melanated Iranians. They tell us that they love Black Americans in Palestine. They don't like the Black or melanated Palestinians. Same thing with Mexico. They talk about, oh, we love Black Americans. You don't even like the melanated Mexicans, the melanated Cubans, the melanated Colombians, the melanated Filipinos. Fam, everywhere you go, the melanated people are oppressed. So you can see how these people get treated in their own homeland. They don't even like the darker complected people in their homeland, but they love Black Americans so much. That's all lie. And that type of stuff is nothing more than a backdoor avenue to try to get Black Americans on board with whatever BS agenda that these people are pushing today. And there's a lot of people been pushing back on that. And a lot of people ain't going for it. And a lot of people are saying, miss me with the bull-ish. Look at this right here, family. This is what I mean. Black Americans ain't going for none of that.
Together with the other races and having a kumbaya moment. We're not about to unite over shit. Y'all just as racist as the white people. And you try and pretend like you're not, just because y'all need help. Just because Hispanics need help right now. Now y'all want to act like you ain't racist. Go ask a Hispanic man how he would feel if a Black man started dating his daughter. Ask him. Go ask an Asian man the same shit. Go ask an Indian man the same shit. Ask them if they want to even be surrounded by Black people. They don't. They don't fuck with us just like the white people don't fuck with us. So don't sit up here asking us to help y'all with shit. Why do you think the Afro-Latinos be acting like they not Black? Oh, I Dominican, Poppy, I know Black. Why do you think they say that? Because they don't want to be fucking Black. They don't want any proximity to Blackness at all. And we supposed to unite and help y'all because y'all getting persecuted now. But when we was getting persecuted, ain't nobody want to do shit. Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. Keep that shit far away from me. Americans are not getting together with the other races.
There you go. That's what we've been saying. You see it. We watch it. We witness it. Ain't no damn love affair. Ain't no love affair, fam. You ain't gonna love affair us. I'm gonna tell you that now. This is what I'm saying, fam. We out here kicking up dust, changing the world every single second. You ain't gonna love affair Black Americans. That ain't happening. I'm gonna tell you for certain. So the fact that they trying to get Black Americans to have this love affair with these individuals and we ain't going for it, it's over with, family. It is over with, and we on it right now. Young Black Americans won't fall for that because we will not show them that type of suckified energy. And family, we've been telling everybody about the anti-Blackness from everybody. I want y'all to remember, it's not that deep or complex. You simply have people who are real and people who are fake. All right. Everybody who has some type of hidden agenda against Black Americans, they're fake as hell. This right here, this individual is clearly a fake tether. And he's been running around here trying to get Black Americans to believe that we were so bad. But at the same time, he goes home to a real male. So you're dealing with a fake tether and a real male. And he had his real meth head friends. Y'all see the difference between Black Americans and everybody else? Do you see why Black Americans don't fall for the tricks? Do you see why Black Americans ain't falling for the game? Let me update the game even further than that right there, brothers. You see that foundational Black Americans are stepping back away from all of that, and these people are in the land where they can't fool us. We told everybody with the election how it was going to play out. Fam, we always right. We always right. Think about the Jasmine Crockett situation. They were running around here talking about Latinos are their friends, Latinos are their friends, Latinos are their friends. Latino said F you. And let's make this straight, fam. That Tolerico guy or whatever, he's not even a Latino. He's not a Latino. There was this like misconception that this guy was a Latino. He was what Latinos love more than Latinos. He was a white man. So they went and voted for him. And then out of nowhere, you start to see all of the different Democrats pop up, and all the Democrats start saying how they was mad. Family, we don't reach the stage in the game, what we're always talking about, where they now feel that Black Americans are on a different kind of time. They feel that. I'm going to show y'all. Check this out, fam. This is what I mean when I tell y'all Black Americans are certified. Look at these people, y'all, and look how they running around here saying the Democratic Party needs another party. Oh, it's about to go down, y'all. It's about to go down. Didn't I tell everybody you're starting to see a rift with the liberals? You're starting to see the Black liberals get kicked out of the Democratic Party? Well, watch this right here, family.
You do realize like what happened in Texas is going to lead to a catastrophic split between white liberals and Black liberals and what we want to see the country as, because
I said this, fam. I predicted this. You're going to slowly see them get kicked out.
You realize like what happened in Texas is going to lead to a catastrophic split between white liberals and Black liberals and what we want to see the country as, because we realize y'all are still racist as F. Like, it's officially Malcolm X was correct. Y'all are still racist as heck. That is what it's giving. And y'all can't stop angry Black people. Y'all really cannot stop angry Black people when we all simultaneously telepathically connect and say we're not voting. Like, you do realize like what happened in Texas is going to lead to a catastrophic split between white liberals and Black.
You're going to do whatever the hell they tell you to do. Stop playing.
Telepathically connect and say we're not voting. Like, every Black we didn't have these conversations at home. We saw her lose and all of us just came on the internet and said, fuck y'all, vote. Y'all couldn't even do that if you tried. That's why we're in war right now. And y'all didn't want to listen. So this is what y'all get. None of these people had intentions on voting Democrat, on voting Republican. None of these Black people, the 90% of Black people who showed up for...
Stop. Shout out to you in the chat. You ain't lying. I like how you said it. I even heard it in the voice. Oh, now you see. Now y'all see. This ain't nothing but a bunch of broken Democrats who every time they get their ass whooped in an election, start talking that tough stuff. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna stand up to your W slave master. Quit playing.
Jasmine Crockett have no intention of voting Republican. They never were. So don't come in here and lie and say that. They are disappointed in you. We are disappointed in you. And I would gladly like to see y'all country, y'all state get tore up from where we at. And y'all real close to Mexico. Y'all real close to Mexico. Y'all can't even get y'all senator out of. Y'all can't even get y'all governor who leave every time it gets too cold out of office. How could I have expected y'all to be smart enough to vote for the one person who isn't an undercover Republican? The one who isn't getting Republican funds. You don't think that's suspicious? You didn't look into your candidate enough to see that they were getting Republican funds. I'm just saying, if you're on one team, you should check to see if they're getting funded by the other team, because that would lead to red flags for me. Like, because how's it going to feel when he switches to Republican next cycle? How's it going to feel when he turns into that independent conservative? It's going to look real stupid on y'all. And I don't want to hear no apologies. I don't want to hear no apologies when he denied all y'all aid. I don't, because Black people have been making it through. Remember who had the Harlem Renaissance and who had the Great Depression and who's not in them photos. They knew not to take.
Oh, quit talking all this grassroots language. Y'all hear this, family? Y'all hear she trying to talk all that grassroots language? You ain't give a damn about no Harlem Renaissance. Stop playing. You ain't cared about no Harlem Renaissance. You ain't cared about nothing the grassroots was doing. Y'all got whooped on. You a Democrat, 92%er. You love the Democrat more than you love your family. Just own it. Just own it. Quit playing. Y'all do this all the damn time. Nobody believes you, Democrats.
No photos of Black people during the Great Depression when we all grew up, because they knew we were thriving. And they tried to make it seem like these were two different periods. That's why they only teach the Harlem Renaissance during the Black History Month section. And they do not teach it during any other parts of the year when they teach the Great Depression. So you do not correlate it. Remember who you are. Remember what you get yourselves into. and remember that you played this election. You do realize.
Stop. Oh, no. Let me tell you, family. Oh, they don't like us. I'm going to tell you why. They don't like us. Every time the Democrats lose and their little fake pretend black and brown coalition doesn't work out, they prove us right the whole damn time. And instead of saying that black Americans were correct the whole time, instead of saying certified black society been knew it, they always run and start trying to take our talking points. They did the same damn thing when Kamala Harris got whooped, and they really are just mad because Jasmine Crockett got whooped. Fam, don't ever trust somebody who claims to delineate because the Democrats lost. That's an oxymoron. That ain't nothing but a damn Democratic shield trying to put on some grassroots camouflage. Yo ass a Democratic shield. Remember Joyless Reed? She was talking that stuff saying we gonna rest and we gonna sit out the next election and we only gonna focus on black people. Next thing you know, she went on with Donald Trump's the fastest and we all need to go fight against ICE. Stop playing. Fam, every time the Democrats lose an election, they immediately start trying to mimic and talk like the grassroots. And in reality, the grassroots knows that they asses is a bunch of bums and they ain't on that type of time. Just say it. You mad that you was trying to push this black and brown and you lost. And you're going to have your little temper tantrum. You're going to throw everything around in your room. But when mommy and daddy tell your ass to clean up the house and go do the dishes, your ass going to walk right down the stairs and you're going to go do the dishes. Stop playing. Stop playing. Democrats always do this when they lose. They always do this, fam. They tell black Americans that there's this people of color coalition and we need to get on board. They tell black Americans that we're all lives matter. Then they lose an election and the same people that they've been caping for voted Republican. Then they wake up the next day, they get on TikTok and they talk tough and tell everybody how they're going to sit out and they're going to rest. And then they master calls them and tells them to shut the F up. And then they say, okay, boss. And they asses go right on back out there. And then they start caping again and telling black folks we going to get deported and Donald Trump's going to get us, all that stuff. You're a full-time Democratic shield. Quit denying it, man. Listen, if you're going to be a shield, just be a shield, man. Be a shield all the way. There's no such thing as a halftime shield. You a full Democratic shield. You love the Democrats more than you love your kids. Then just own it and live on it, and that'll be that. Black Americans been told y'all about this. Fam, let me tell you something. Latinos have been this way before Jasmine Crockett. W's been this way before Jasmine Crockett. Remember, y'all, before it was Jasmine Crockett and the Latinos, it was all the Karens with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Remember that? Remember they was mad at Karens before? Them white women went and voted for Donald Trump. Every election, fam, how many times are we here? Every election, we see the Democrats always getting mad at Karen. When them numbers come back and they see that W women vote overwhelmingly for Republicans, the Democrats always come back and say, man, I can't believe that. Karen still votes Republican. And we were saying because Karen is anti-black. Now they're doing it with Latinos. Because you're living in a fantasy land and that fourth wall has been shattered. And we did that. We done shattered that wall. And let me tell you something, fam. Oh, there's some consequences and repercussions, though. I'm going to tell you that today. I'm going to tell you that now. Oh, here's another one, fam. Look at this one right here. This one right here. Another Democrat talking tough. You ain't going to do nothing but shut up and vote blue no matter who. Watch this.
To remain calm as I say this. But once again, the Latino vote tip the scales so the other person can win in Texas over Jasmine Crockett, just like they tipped the scales for Kamala. And I want to say this respectfully with disrespect. When y'all are once again the primary target, do not, I repeat, do not look for any black people to assist you.
Oh, be quiet. Because when black Americans, FBA grassroots said the same damn thing, y'all called us xenophobic and told us we was next. Fam, y'all notice the same black Americans as next crowd are out here talking about some, we mad at the Latinos. We done. We resting. Y'all was telling black Americans that we was the next to get deported. Y'all told us the 14th Amendment was for illegals. Don't come back now and talk tough because you lost an election. Stop playing. I don't want to hear it. You're bucking your nostrils and you ain't saying nothing. You're going to be the main one out there. You don't go from black Americans is next. We need to fight for our Latino brothers and sisters to now saying, don't come and ask us for nothing. Democrats out here trying to act like they delineating. Get the hell out of here.
With their voice, because we already aren't out in the streets. But now we're gonna stay completely silent. We are tired of being betrayed.
Oh, please. She bucking her eyes and nostrils. Every time I pause it, she bucking something different. God damn, she gonna be bucking her forehead in a minute. And what you mean we already ain't out in the street? No, certified black society ain't out in the streets. Democrats been out there in the streets. Democrats been right there doing a same old lollygagging. Quit playing.
By another person of color. I personally, if it's not a black issue, don't even look to me to say nothing.
Yeah, right.
Don't even look to me to say nothing. Since you want to keep voting against your own interest, look to the people that also vote like you, because they don't give a damn about you either.
You've been voting against your own interest. Fam, y'all notice they saying that Latinos vote against their own interests when these Democratic shills are the main ones who vote against their own issues? Y'all notice that, fam? Think about it. The Democrats been out here voting for illegal immigration that statistically harms black folks. Nobody votes against their own interests more than a black Democrat. Don't blame the Latinos for voting against their own interests when you do the damn thing.
So don't look to us. Tired of being betrayed.
I'm sorry. Y'all got me going off. I see you in the chat. Yeah, I see you. Good point. She's sitting there talking all that tough talk, and she's still using the term people of color. These folks is a day late and a dollar short. Delusional and deranged.
Actually worried about the 2026 midterms because you don't learn your lesson, and you're probably still going to vote Republican. So disrespectfully, fuck y'all. I'm going to remain calm.
Man, she going to be on the front line in about 3 days. Talking about something I know I said, but the fascist government is out to get us all. You ain't going to do nothing. Fam, there ain't no such thing as a tough Democrat. All right? There ain't no goddamn such thing. Y'all vote against your own interests left and right. Roland Martin's been running around here mocking black people about an anti-black American hate crime bill. Think about it. We have been the number one victims of hate crimes, and Roland Martin mocked us about an anti-black American hate crime bill. They know for a fact that immigration harms us more than anybody. And when Donald Trump brought up black jobs are being taken away, they tried to spin it and make it look like that was a bad thing. They was like, what does he mean, black jobs? The Democrats' whole campaign, their whole party is anti-black issues. Everything they do is anti-black. And when they lose an election, now they want to start talking about this. Miss me with the fake Democrat delineators. There ain't no such thing, fam. There's not Democrat delineators. There's Democrat D-riders. And y'all know the D I'm talking about. It's the D and it rhymes with stick. Trust me. We're not falling for none of that. And I'm going to tell you right now, Julio ain't going for it. I'm going to tell you that today. Watch this, fam. Watch what Julio says. Let me tell you right now. All the Democrat shit, I know y'all be watching. Okay? Put Joe Biden's you know what out of your mouth and listen. All the Democratic shit is listening to Black Alpha right now, the sound of my voice. Let me go ahead and make this clear. You ain't going to do a goddamn thing. You are a full-time slave and accept being a slave. Quit trying to fool the people that you some type of rider. Quit trying to fool the people that you give a damn about black people. The whole planet Earth knows, including the animals, that if it boils down to the Democratic Party and your family, you picking the Democratic Party because you love massa and you love your plantation. I know FBA has ruined y'all. I know FBA has exposed y'all. We done made the block hot. All that tap dancing, all that shucking and jiving, all that, yes, sir, what's the matter, boss, that the Democrats been doing, we've exposed y'all on that summer jam screen. So now everybody knows the Democratic shield's for the cowards that you are. And ain't nobody afraid because the world knows that your ass is going to do whatever master tells you to do. You a slave for a reason. So miss me with your TikTok videos because I guarantee you that lady right there that was bucking her eyes, bucking her nostrils, and bucking her forehead is going to be out there bucking against ICE because she is nothing more than a Democrat, C-O-O-N, and that ain't no friend. And family, Julio Romero Gonzalez, or shall I say Rico Ain't Suave, he got a goddamn response. Watch Rico Ain't Suave. Does he seem like he's scared of the Democrats? Hey, all y'all Democrats out there, yo, black and brown brother said this.
I'm kind of in shock right
Y'all got me rolling in the chat.
now because I just saw a video of a Jasmine Crockett supporter going on an extremely racist rant against Hispanics for voting for James Talarico. She went as far as to say that the Democratic Party being pro-immigration was a mistake. She said that the Democratic Party needs to stop focusing on border hoppers, claiming that it's taking attention away from the black community. This post had over 10,000 likes, and most of the comments were agreeing. And this wasn't an outlier. I've seen 3 posts kind of similar to this, but this was the only one that was so openly bigoted and hateful. It's just sad to suggest that the only way to properly focus on one marginalized group is to cut off and abandon another marginalized group is just like so wrong and selfish. I think everyone needs to try harder to focus and care about issues that affect all people, not just the group of people that you belong to, because there are people all over the country in different groups with different specific problems, and we don't have to ignore any of them. I'm kind of in shock right now.
Damn, he said, F you. He said, you better do what he tells you to do. Somebody said nostrils gonna buck wild. You ain't even scaring that guy. Rico and Suave is not scared of you. And absolutely, I see you in the chat. Yep, I remember this. Remember when Joe Biden, good point. Remember when Joe Biden told them basically to shut up and you're gonna have to work with Latinos. Y'all ain't get mad then. Oh, let's go there. When Joe Biden told you that you better ush up and your ass better work with Latinos. All of the people that was on that call, they was all tying their shoes for 30 minutes. Head went straight to the ground. Al Sharpton was on that call. How come y'all didn't get tough against the Latinos then? How come you didn't get tough against the Democratic Party then? Joe Biden straight up checked you. Joe Biden told you off rip, your ass better work with Latinos and be quiet. Then he also said, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. How come y'all ain't get tough then? How come you ain't get tough then? Y'all only want to get tough after you lose an election. That's it. Yeah, that's why, because you understand that you're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. And what we're seeing now, family, is a lot of those W liberals, they're getting tired of those black liberals. That whole Jesse Jackson fiasco, family, if you really want to go there, that was a bunch of the Negro craps. That's what that, there weren't no W's like that there, family. There weren't no W's like that there at all. Hell no. And think about that, why we here and why we cooking, fam. Y'all notice that everybody who was on a particular files showed up to the Jesse Jackson thing. Y'all notice that, family? Y'all notice that? Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton left that little summit about them files and went straight to Jesse. Y'all notice that? And also notice this as well, fam. The people who are mad at Latinos who voted for that other guy, they're not mad at Barack Obama and the Bill Clinton and Joe Biden for hijacking Jesse Jackson. They ain't got no problem with that. You notice that? Everybody who's mad because Jasmine Crockett lost, all the people who bucking their nostrils and angry, they didn't say nothing about Joe Biden getting on that stage and saying he's smarter than everybody. They didn't say nothing about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama disrespecting Jesse Jackson. They didn't say nothing. But also notice, fam, they all left. Them files popped up, fam, and then they said, how do we get rid of this? Let's run over there to the whole thing. And let me say this as well about Barack Obama, with the emphasis on Ho. Barack Obama tried to go to that Jesse Jackson thing because he thought he was going to get some protection. Fam, let's go there. We in here cooking. Let's go. Barack Obama is not even running for office. Why did he give a whole campaign thing? Why? And then Kamala Harris wasn't running for office. Why was she giving a campaign speech? She literally used the burden from within or whatever the hell she's been saying. She literally used her campaign thing at the little speech she gave. How come they were talking all that talk? How come they were running their mouth? Barack Obama, he thought he was going to get protection from black folks. Barack thought that he was going to see that whole Jesse Jackson thing as an avenue to come up. And he thought black Americans was going to be like, man, we love some Barack. Barack went to Jesse Jackson's funeral for protection. That's what that was about, y'all. He went for protection. That's what that is. And then he found out the hard way. We don't rock with you, bro. Boy, Democrats always the last to get the memo. They was last to know about Latinos. They last to know about Karens because their asses is out here pretending, fam. He thought he was going to get some type of protection. And he thought black Americans was going to do it. They used Jesse Jackson, as we say, from the cradle to beyond the grave. That's all it was, y'all. And Barack Obama thinks he was slick in the process. Hell yeah, he thought he was slick. But it didn't work out that way. Because, see, black Americans, we've been pulled the plug on Barack Obama. We've been pulled the plug on Barack Obama, and we've done it for a long time. So if you think that Black Americans is going to protect you, you got another thing coming. Same with Kamala. They thought they was going to get some dividends, and it didn't really work out. Oh, and by the way, I just showed you Rico Suave, or Rico Not Suave. I showed you him going off on them. Y'all remember just the lady I showed y'all a couple days ago, that Karen? And that Karen, she put out that little Mayo dog whistle, and she told them Black folks to get on board. Family, Betty White done entered the chat. Watch Betty White. Betty White, she checks all the 92%. Boy, y'all 92%ers is out here getting pimp slapped. Watch this.
Folks saying they're not going to vote in the Texas Senate race because they didn't nominate Jasmine Crockett. That's cutting off your nose to spite your face. We are fighting white Christian nationalism.
What?
That's what this battle is. And they're being more and more obvious about it. There's military leaders telling their soldiers that they're fighting for the Armageddon, for the next coming. That's how they're defending Israel. There's not room for people of color. There's not room for immigrants, or at least not brown ones. Women are only to serve a purpose. The racism and misogyny is blatant. There's also not room for me. They want queers to go away. And if we refuse to go on our own, they'll remove us. We are fighting an army of them. And if you don't vote, you're voting for them. That's how that works. That's what happened in the last election. When people don't vote.
Y'all know I live in Minneapolis.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fam, there's a hell of a lot of W women telling them 92%ers, get your ass in order.
And they're not going to vote in the Texas Senate race because they didn't nominate Jasmine Crockett. That's cutting off your nose to spite your face. We are fighting white Christian nationalism. That's what this battle is. And they're being
And what do you think you are? What community do you think you come from?
more and more obvious about it. There's military leaders telling their soldiers that they're fighting for the Armageddon, for the next coming. That's how they're defending Israel.
Stop. Family, the 92, hey, if we counting, let's count since we're here. The 92%ers just got punked by Paula Dean and Rico Not Suave. Nobody takes y'all serious. The same way we don't take Barack Obama serious. And y'all noticed earlier when we was going in on Mr. Milk Dud Mutombo, remember Mr. Milk Dud Mutombo kept trying to reference Obama? He was like, I'm like Obama, ain't I? Obama's the same way. I'm just like Obama. Obama thought he was going to go to the Jesse Jackson funeral. Didn't even bring up Jesse Jackson because he thought Black Americans was going to come and say, we got your back. Barack Obama, we don't rock with you. We don't rock with Kamala Harris. Matter of fact, we canceled you for a hell of a lot of reasons, family. A hell of a lot of reasons. And one of the main reasons why we did that, family, is because of this right here. Barack Obama was placed in office for a lot of reasons. Starburst, Skittles bag, fruit by the foot, fruit roll up. But one of the other reasons why he was placed in office was to reclassify Black people. Yeah, Barack Obama tried to reclassify us the same way that Jesse Jackson did. So when they say that it took Jesse Jackson to walk for Barack Obama to run, watch this.
Man, get in here, get in here, get in here. Now, this is my second time trying to do this video, so I got to do it another way. But I talked about the United States government and their own records prove that it was millions of Indians got paid for genocide, and who this cleanup man is and why he removed the word Negro like it was the proper thing to do. But no, it was to cover up the United States government tracks. But let me show you something that's about to blow your mind. Now, Barack Obama removed the term Negro off of 22 million birth certificates. Now watch this, watch this. Go and take a screenshot. Go and take a screenshot, and right off the back, you see the word paper genocide. Let's pay attention to the language that I'm about to speak to you. Historical records show that during the late 19th and the early 20th century, particularly in Virginia, under the Racial Integrity Act of 1924, states authorities forced the reclassification of Native Americans as colored or Negro. How many Indians they forced the term Negro on indigenous Indians? 22 million plus. this practice was not for recognition, right? But for erasure, aiming to eliminate legal acknowledgement of indigenous identity. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, say that again. The reclassification of Native Americans as colored or Negro, this practice was not for recognition, right? But for erasure, aiming to eliminate legal acknowledgement of indigenous identity. So they did that, the word Negro. They erased 22 million that they reclassified Indians as Negro. Barack Obama, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. All secrets shall be revealed. But if you'd like to know that $1, I greatly appreciate it. In their own words, you caught them, right? I caught them. We caught them in their own words. And we are the descendants of them. Man, get in here, get in.
Shout out to that brother. I always play it to the end when he says donate, man. See, y'all send him a little something. Shout out to the fam. There they go. That's why Barack Obama was put in the position that he was put in, because he did the same exact thing that Jesse Jackson did. And if you want to take it, family, it's almost to the T, 20 years later? When did Jesse Jackson run? Was it 88, 89? Is that when he ran? And when did Barack Obama run? 2008, 2009? So almost to the T 20 years later, the same exact thing. The African-American came in, and then the taken away from Negro. Let me say this as well, and this is something that kind of doesn't get spoke about, but we're going to speak about it because that's what we do. Family, we already know that Black Americans had been here for hundreds of thousands of years, and we already know that there were millions of us here. A lot of people, when they start talking about enslaved Africans, that's something they love to say, right? Enslaved Africans. But I'm going to give you a flip side to that. Also, there were enslaved indigenous. Notice they don't bring that up a lot, right? This is why I always tell people that the system of supremacy actually put an umbrella over a lot of people who were already indigenous. We already know that. The same way that they seen Black Americans who were here and they classified them as freed slaves so they can put an African jacket on us is the same exact way that a lot of folks who were here that were indigenous, they captured them and they made them slaves. Meaning that the slaves that were on those plantations, they weren't just a bunch of enslaved Africans. They were also enslaved indigenous people. That's what they did. Those people that they said they seen when they pulled up, a lot of them didn't just go back home. A lot of them ended up getting snatched up and thrown on that damn plantation. And I heard word on the street is that a lot of the African folks was pointing at them and telling folks, that be them, that be them, that be them. I'm just saying, family. I'm just saying. But that goes to show you exactly what we mean. The enslaved indigenous doesn't get spoken about enough because the enslaved indigenous, one, identifies that foundational Black Americans are indigenous, and they can't just say that we all came from Africa. You got to remember that, fam, because when we say that we didn't all just come from Africa and there were already millions of us here, they get mad at that. They be like, man, hell no, man, y'all enslaved Africans. That's one reason why they don't want to bring it up. The other reason why they don't want to bring it up is now those foundational Black Americans who were the indigenous enslaved people, they are all really tied in to our reparations claim. So in order to identify and acknowledge the indigenous, you've also identified the foundational Black American reparations paycheck. It all ties in, family. There ain't just one way. There's a multitude of things. However, we will not leave out the enslaved indigenous. Matter of fact, I don't, y'all know better than me. That might be the first time anybody's ever said that aloud. I damn sure know it's the first time somebody said it with about 2.4, almost 2.5 thousand people in one place. I haven't heard this said with those terms before. I heard a lot of different things, but Black Alpha might be the first one to say it. The enslaved indigenous people. You can go on down to Mississippi and Louisiana. A lot of them folks had been there, had never been touched. However, they also ended up getting enslaved. And what people said, them was Africans. Them weren't no goddamn Africans. Those were indigenous Black Americans who were captured. This is why a lot of brothers and sisters use the term prisoner of war. That's why a lot of us use that term, prisoner of war, because you had a lot of those people who were enslaved from Africa, but then the people who were indigenous folks here, a lot of them were just prisoners of war. There weren't nobody that got sold by no goddamn African to come over here. And that That completely erupts everything that they thought. That throws a wrench in the game. They can't find anything like that, family. That's how it is. So when you start, fam, we've been here for hundreds of thousands of years. There were millions of us over 100,000 of years. They captured a lot of people and put them on that goddamn plantation. That's just what they do. That's how war works. That's how it all works. And y'all know what happened while that was going on? A lot of those $2 Tontos were the ones facilitating this. Remember, the biggest mistake ever made was when the $2 Tontos got too close to the indigenous black folks. The $2 Tontos, they started to point the finger and tell on the indigenous enslaved black folks. How you think a lot of them ended up becoming indigenous enslaved people? It's because the $2 Tonto was cutting deals with the W way the hell back then. We think about the 5 civilized tribes, family. The $2 Tonto had already told on black Americans way before that. Hundreds of years before that, family. Those $2 Tontos went to the W and said, hey, those indigenous people over there, the ones that didn't come on your slave ships, them indigenous people right there, go ahead and capture them. Go ahead, I'll take you to them. Fam, they've been working with them. Black Americans don't trust tethers. And I'm about to get deep, fam. We're about to preach in here, family. Black Americans, we have a hardwired mentality not to trust outsiders because outsiders have always undermined us and harmed us. When you start talking about your genetic memory, the main key to a Black American's genetic memory is to always watch new faces because the ancestors are speaking to us and saying, no, access denied, don't trust them. And the $2 Tonto was one of the main ones. The $2 Tonto facilitated deals to take the slave masters and to take the indigenous enslaved people. That's what they ended up doing, fam. This all goes back to the same amount of time. That's why we don't trust them. That's why, fam, us regulating tethers, the reason why it's so easy for us to do, and the reason why we can say, look at that goddamn hairline, look at that jawline. Y'all want to know why we can tell all their lies and why we can see through everything they say and why we don't trust them? It's because we've really been passed down that from our ancestors because we seen the tethers back then. Remember, y'all, $2 Tonto is the original tether. He's the original tether. They always infiltrated our spaces and then sold us out to the highest bidder. Fam, it ain't nothing new. All these little tethers getting mad right now. These tethers out here talking about them. He said my jawline. He said my hairline. That is nothing more than foundational Black American genetic memory because we remember how the $2 Tonto set up the indigenous Black Americans to become the enslaved indigenous Black Americans. It was them, fam. That's who it was. That's what, fam. They knew, fam, look at the Maroon Swamps, fam. Think about the Seminole Wars. They couldn't run up on us. So how the hell did the Europeaner end up getting indigenous enslaved people? The $2 Tonto took them to him. The $2 Tonto sold them out. The $2 Tonto would come around the indigenous Black Americans and be like, hey, we all friends and buddies. And then they turn right around and tell the W's, hey, they over there. That's how it was. That's how they used to infiltrate stuff. The very fact that you had the Seminole Wars, those were the Black people who knew that $2 Tonto was setting them up. So they were prepared to fight off and resist. And a lot of that happened right where I'm at right now. The very state of Georgia was created because of this, fam. So when all of them people tell you, how you know what I'm telling you the truth is because every time you hear the $2 Tontos of today, what's the first thing they always say, family? They say, well, we mingled with a lot of the original Black people. Yeah, but what they don't tell you is y'all weren't mingling because y'all were our friend. Y'all was on some William O'Neill type of behavior. That's really what it was. Yeah, every time you hear the $2 Tonto and they start talking that talk about, yeah, we had Black Americans back. We was with y'all back in the day. They don't ever tell y'all that they were out there setting us up to get captured. That's all it was, family. They were the ops then the same way they're the ops now. And it's time that we start talking about the indigenous enslaved people. And we remove all that indigenous African left and right, left and right, left and right. We got to start talking about how they captured a lot of indigenous Black Americans here. And it was all facilitated by the $2 Tonto. That's why Mr. Mayo and Mr. Tonto shook hands. They've been making deals. When you go look at all of their chiefs and their chiefs all look like Brad Pitt, family, that's just the nowadays version of them cutting deals. I remember Dr. Claude Anderson said it best. During slavery, think about it, fam. When they would run up on plantations, they would come across the same Black people because we'd be out in the fields. These are the original tethers, fam. And this is why Black Americans, we don't fall for any other games that they talking about because these individuals know what it is. G-checking tethers is spiritual. I'm going to go there, family. It's spiritual. Don't let nobody tell you that it isn't, fam. We know what it's like. Fam, you think, whoa, hold on. Let me sign into this right here. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that ridding off all of these people who pretend to look like us is a new thing? Do you think it just started happening in 2015 that we realized that people flash their skin and come into our community and harm us? It's not a new thing, brothers and sisters, to check people who ain't us. It's not a new thing to watch people who put on this cloak of our identity. That ain't new. Why you think you do it so damn good? Why you think you're so good at calling out all these outsiders, fam? You're so good at it is because our genetic memory has passed down how to watch these individuals, fam. We in here teaching, we preaching, and we doing all the reaching. That's why it's not new to check these outsiders. Hell no. Hell no. Our family has always done that. Fam, you can go back to the $2 Tonto doing what I just said. You can go back to the people that showed up during the civil rights era and started trying to say, hey, I'm down with black folks. Can I have a White Panther Party? Why do you think we ran Hugo Flea Newton out the way? Fam, you don't get as good as we are at checking outsiders because you just started it. There's something that's been going on for a long time. And I'm not talking about the civil rights era. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of years previous to all of that. We've always watched people who come around us and cloak themselves in our identity because people have been doing that since day one. Let me show y'all even further as we go down day one. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the family, y'all. We're going to definitely represent for the indigenous Black Americans, which is foundational Black Americans. And we're going to also represent for all the indigenous foundational Black Americans and the enslaved indigenous people. Always remember that because foundational Black Americans know exactly who the hell they are. Let me show y'all something that's going to make you laugh. You're going to fall on the goddamn ground and you're going to have a good time looking at it because this is what Black Americans are out here doing to everybody who pretends to be down with us, but they really not. Family, when I say that we are ruining these political parties and I say that we putting an end to it, there was a guy that we was talking about just a few days ago. And boy, he looked older than Joe Biden. That's saying something. Y'all look at this right here. Watch what I'm talking about. Did you see Carville go crazy? If you haven't, enjoy.
Check in on the cuckoo Cajun in the coal mine. Carville doesn't want to be cured at TDS.
Trump, if you listen to this, you listen good. You're right. I got Trump derangement syndrome. I hate the mother. And you know what? I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. I want to hate him more. I pray to God in heaven, God reign the righteous reign of Trump derangement syndrome. Pray for me, Lord. I'm your vessel on this earth. We want more. We want to hate the son of a so much that we can't see straight.
This does not make me.
Delineation has broke the party that bad, y'all.
Hold on. Carville doesn't want to be cured at TDS.
Trump, if you listen to this, you listen good. You're right. I got Trump derangement syndrome. I hate the mother. And you know what? I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. I want to hate him more. I pray to God in heaven, God reign the righteous reign of Trump derangement syndrome. Pray for me, Lord. I'm your vessel on this earth. We want more. We want to hate the son of a so much that we can't see straight.
This does not.
Damn. Ain't that something, family? That goes to show you exactly what we're talking about. Y'all see what we done did to that political party? You see what we done did to that political party? We done separated that political party. Fam, there are people without a man. We'll do the same to anybody. Trust and believe me when I tell you that, fam. Anybody get this smoke. Everybody get it because foundational Black Americans, we out here dishing it out. So anybody can get that work. Somebody in the chat said that the Black natives weren't slaves. A lot of them were. Not all of them. I'm not even saying the majority of them, but a lot of them were. Okay. If you think that the people who were slaves were all just Africans, no. There were a lot of indigenous Black folks who did get captured and put on plantations. So trust me when I tell you that. That's a matter of a fact. You have hundreds of thousands of people that were all throughout the United States of America. We know damn well they didn't bring over all them damn slaves like that. A lot of them folks were sold out by Tonto. We know for a fact that in Georgia and in Florida and the Carolinas, even down in Louisiana, a lot of those $2 Tonto tribes, they were selling out the Black natives and they were handing them over straight to the dominant society. There were a lot of Black indigenous natives, whatever you want to call it, people who were captured and put on those plantations. And this is why whenever they try to say we just Africans and it was Africans and the Africans were slaves, no, a lot of the indigenous folks were enslaved as well. You can write that down. That's a matter of a fact. And I know personally, because I know a lot of them folks. They were down there on them plantations and they were like, we ain't come from Africa. That's why a lot of them say we ain't come from Africa. They ain't come from Africa. You had to come from Africa. You were a slave. Because not all of them were people who came from Africa were enslaved. A lot of them were indigenous. So what the W do? Just let them walk by and just be like, hey, indigenous black man. Hell no. I know for a fact that the $2 Tontos were out there selling them black folks the hell out. Hell yeah. They've been doing it for the longest amount of time. So yeah, a lot of them were. I ain't say every last one of them were, because a lot of them black folks was kicking up dust and giving them that goddamn work. But trust me, $2 Tonto was doing exactly what he does now back then, because he didn't want it to be him. So he point at the black folks. Trust me when I tell you that. Now, back to this, family, as we proceed. Let me show you one more thing that this individual was talking. Yeah, in Virginia too. Shout out to you. Yep. Shout out to you. Yep, in Virginia as well. Virginia, hey, matter of fact, I'm glad you brought up Virginia. Absolutely. Absolutely. Basically, fam, anywhere you saw $2 Tonto, he was out there trying to set up the indigenous black Americans. He was setting them up. He's never been an ally or a friend. Never. He's never did. All that stuff about we ran down there to Mexico and we teamed up with the Mexican and they helped enslave us. Fam, them folks have always been sellouts. That's just who they are. It's never been a game. These people, that's why we don't trust them today. We don't trust them today. They were around, and what was their role back then? Selling out black Americans. And family, when we start talking about people selling each other out, I'm going to tell you something that is very real, that these people been getting sold out. And I ain't got no qualms, no quarrels, or no quirks about it. Fam, Trump did something else to them folks in the diaspora. And y'all watch this and enjoy.
It's official. SBA loans is for United States citizens only. The Small Business Administration just put this into effect March 1st, 2026. If you have a green card, you no longer could apply for Small Business Administration loans, which are federal loans. The opportunity, the benefits of having these loans is that you could apply for these loans with a low credit score in comparison to private businesses. They require a higher credit score for you to apply for those loans. SBA loans also have a cap. There's no balloon loans to the SBA loans. It's just a cap. And they give you more time to pay back the loan, especially when it comes to real estate loans. But yeah, SBA loans is for United States citizens only going forward. And this also reduces the amount of applicants applying for these loans, because no longer can the green card holders apply for it, just U.S. citizens only. There is good news. Green card holders, y'all, right now, you can still apply for a business loan from a private bank. But for as now, SBA loans is for United States citizens only.
Damn. Fam, every time you look up, it's getting worse for them. Every time you turn your head, it's getting worse for them. They can't get nothing. It can't go nowhere at all. Certified salute to the team, family. Shout out. I see Virginia's in the building. Yeah, absolutely. I seen somebody said they people was captured and taken out of Virginia. Yeah, absolutely. Good point. That's how a lot of us moved around and stuff. Shout out to that, family. Shout out. I love Virginia. I can't wait to go back. Much love and respect, fam. Much love. But you see how they shutting down everything? And do you see how these people ain't got no way around? It's a wrap. Foundational Black Americans did that. So, fam, the reason why you see tethers crashing out is because tethers are depressed, because all they have is deportation. The reason why you see fleers upset and crashing out is because fleers are depressed and all they have is deportation. They have all been left with deportation and insecurities. You cannot tell Black Americans that we was mean to you. That never happened. You cannot tell Black Americans we're all on the same page, because we're not. You cannot tell Black Americans we all one big African, because we are not. Foundational Black Americans have set the precedence, and foundational Black Americans control the narrative, meaning whatever we say goes. So that FBA and I said so energy is in full damn swing. And we represent it all across the whole United States of America, fam. And I'm loving it so much. Who do we got in here, family? What's y'all generation, fam? We got any millennials? We got any Gen Xers? Any boomers? What we got in here? Because I'm going to prove a point to why foundational Black Americans are so solid and so certified. Shout out to all of you guys. We come in all different shapes, all different sizes. We have plenty different backgrounds, but we all walk this land. That's the beauty of it. Remember, y'all, This era is not with the leader. We're on code. The code is the leader. Not with an age. The code is the prominent factor. Foundational Black Americans is moving good. We got Gen Z. We got Gen X. We got another Z. Look at it. I'm loving it, fam. Look at that. Millennial. Look at that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Look at that. Millennial, boomer. Look at this. Look, fam. Look how well we represented in here. Shout out. I see a 92 baby. Much love. A 60s baby. Much love. 78. Much love. Boy, Gen X is in here. Deep. I see you. 89. Feeling fine. I know that's right. I know that's right. 68. Much love and respect. Okay. Look at, fam. We got people right now in this chat that are pre-civil rights era, during the civil rights era, post-civil rights era. We got Gen Xers. We got 2000s babies. Look how we in here, fam. 80s baby. Boom, boomer, boom, X, Z. Fam, we got Z up in here. Come on now, fam. Look at that. Millennials up in here. Well represented. Man, I'm loving it. I love this more than anything, fam. Y'all making my day. Look at that. 58, 73, 61. Look at that, fam. 73, 71, 80, 82. Much love. 58. Look, I'm loving it. Look how well represented we are, fam. Don't let nobody tell you that we ain't on code. You got Black Americans from all different cities, states, and towns. You got Black Americans from all different areas. You got Black Americans from all different generations, and we're all on code together. We have shattered the fourth wall. We done peeled back the layers. We are truly, genuinely, sincerely moving based on the code. This is where we needed to get, fam, and we got there. That's a beautiful thing. 75. Right there, 82, Gen X in the building, another boomer. Look at all that, fam. We got some grandparents in here. We got some great-grandparents in here. We got some grandkids in here. We got great-grandkids in here. We got some brothers and sisters, some kings and queens, some goddess, some gods in here, and I'm loving it. And every last one of y'all, yeah, we in here deep, ain't we? Boy, we in here deep. Loving the vibe. That's that certified energy, man. That's what we have. That's what we got. We all come for it. We all come with it. It doesn't really matter. This is how we doing it, fam, and we holding it down. This is how we doing it, and we making it pop. This is the greatest thing that you could ever have as a foundational Black American lineage. Look at that. There's the X gonna give it to you all day. 55, baby. Much love and respect. 1980. Oh, I see all day. So, fam, you see how we got all of these different areas and all these different places, right? Somebody said Kansas is home. Hold on. Oh, Kansas in the house. Shout out to Kansas. What part of Kansas? Let me know what part of Kansas, okay? Shout out to Kansas. Much love and respect. I was actually going to wear my Kansas jersey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kansas. Yeah, I'm a millennial. I'm an 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby. Yeah. People think I'll be in my 20s. I ain't my damn 20. I'm an 80s baby. I love all y'all, but I'm partial to my 80s babies, okay? I'm partial to my 80s baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing about us, fam. You got brothers like, take brothers like Tariq Nasheed and them. They would be more like where Malcolm and Martin and them were. Then you got brothers like me. I'm more like with Huey and Bobby. And then you got the younger generation. They're more like the Fred Hamptons. So you see how the activists are all lined up, family. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And Black don't crack. People think I'm in my 20s. No. Just we all fly. How many people tell y'all don't look y'all age? Let me ask that question to y'all, family. How many people tell y'all don't look y'all age? Because that happens all the time with Black Americans, family. I be seeing Black folks, they be in their 60s and people be like, you in your 40s? I be like, damn. I be seeing Black folks in their 70s. People be thinking they're in their 40s. Yeah, 80s babies all day. All day. I'm biased. I love them. Straight up and down. Much love. I love my 80s babies all day. 80s babies all day. Yeah, all the time it happened to you? Yep. You. See, Black don't crack, man. Black don't crack. Man, listen, I done seen, there was a sister, she was like 70 something years old. And I promise you, somebody was like, they thought she was like 39. You know what I'm saying? That's you? Yeah. Right there. That's beautiful. Only y'all notice the other communities don't ever have that. You don't ever see Karen and they be like, Karen, you look like you every bit of 20. Hell no. Karen look every bit of 99. Let's be honest, fam. Fam, Mrs. Julio, when they see Miss Julio, they be like, man, Julio, you look like you about 87. Straight up. You're going to be 88 on Wednesday. Stop playing. You don't never see that from nobody else. Yep. Only Black Americans, because we take care of ourselves. We stay good. We already have that natural energy. Also, remember, fam, this is our land. So the climate and everything, we know how to handle it because this is us. So that plays a role in it. And then also at the same time, we take care of ourselves, fam. That's how we got to do it. You feel me? So Black Americans, we all got baby faces. All Black Americans got baby faces. Yep. 43 look young. Yeah, you ain't lying. They be 35 looking like 50. With Black Americans, you could always take away 10 to 15 years from us. Okay. With them, you can always add like 30 years. And fam, hold on. Damn, I love y'all. Can I say this, fam? What's up with that whole thing about Lucy Liu and Mrs. Pedro? They don't age. Excuse me. Let me say this best. Y'all been seeing a couple people running around saying, y'all know Lucy Liu look young, or y'all know Mrs. Sanchez, they look real young. Hell no. Hell no. I remember when we were younger Black Americans, we always would look at them other people from those two communities I just named, and they aged terribly. But I started seeing a bunch of people running around lately, a bunch of COONs, and they were talking about how, man, y'all know them Lucy Liu, man, they age real slow. Shit, says who? And they be like, man, y'all know Miss Selena, they age real slow. It was always a thing in our community that they look old quick, look old real quick. Now out of nowhere, I see people trying to change the narrative, right? And make it look like Lucy Liu ages real slow. No, the hell she don't. Hell no, I see y'all. Right. I see y'all. Yeah. See, yeah, that was the thing, fam. Black Americans, we always was like, they age horribly. And then, like, within the last 5 years, you start seeing people trying to change that and make it look like they age like us. Everybody want to be like Black Americans, man. Don't be mad because we can say black don't crack. What's your stuff? What do they got to say? They ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they always trying to say they age so good. And no, the hell they didn't. I remember being a kid, and it was known in our community they aged horribly. Matter of fact, Lucy Liu, Billy Bob and Karen, and Sanchez and Rodriguez, they all age horribly. Horribly. Don't let these people try to run with our stuff. Yes, they age in dog years. You ain't lying. Yeah, fam. Black Americans, I told everybody, black don't crack, beige don't age. It's just different with us, man. And, you know, we take care of ourselves. You know, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I ain't even had a soda since I was a kid. Like, we take care of ourselves. We work out, we stay on the grind, we stay physically fit, we take them UVA rays, fam. We are the creation of everything great right here in North America. Okay, them hundreds of thousands of years with those millions and billions of Black Americans, indigenous, foundationals, whatever you want to call us, just make sure you say certified. We know how to run this thing, fam. We take good care of ourselves. We got all the natural remedies and all that stuff. They don't ever have conversations about natural remedies. As a matter of fact, fam, all the skincare products, and I'm not talking about the natural skincare products. I'm talking about the liposuction and Botox. Black folks don't do, fam. Can I go there? Don't we treat Botox like cake soap? The same, if you come in here right now with cake soap, or you come in here through the other door with Botox, we gonna clown you. Black Americans, we don't like people being fake about how they are. We age gracefully, Black Americans. You know, absolutely, we the blueprint. Absolutely. We age so good, don't we? We love it. We embrace it. Y'all notice all the other people hate aging? They like act like aging is horrible. Only Black Americans be like, I'm 78 years old and I feel great. I'm 52 and I run every day. When you see them, y'all see their infomercials at night, and they be like, if you put this on your face and you dry this up, see, this is monkey beep that came from here, and they put a little bit of flour in it, and then they be putting it on their face. Go watch some of their little infomercials about their skincare product. Y'all notice their skincare products damage you, and our skincare products are really things that cultivate you and help you out because they're natural and organic. We just different, man. We different all the way alive. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I see y'all, boy, y'all in here deep. Yep. Yeah, their skincare products are horrible. Me and my mom used to say back in the day, we said, if somebody pisses in a bucket and sells it to them and tells them that'll take off 10 years, they be sticking their face in that damn bucket. Y'all know I ain't lying. Let them come on right now and say somebody peed in the bucket and it can take away 10 years. They're going to be sticking their damn face in it. That's just how they are. They don't age good and they're not proud of it. Black Americans, we got so much life. Yeah, we so natural, so organic with a good vibe. That's the beautiful thing about us. That's why we all look younger, but we all move in a good fashion. We all full of life and real too. You know what I'm saying? Not an old version. I'm talking about we are our versions of ourselves, our best selves, our best versions of self. So that's what keeps us real good. Real, yeah, real nice, real smooth, real G'd up. Yeah, they're terrible, man. They're terrible. So now we ain't going with that little game now. Lucy Liu ages well. No, the hell she don't. Lucy Liu look like she 92. That's 92 Lucy Liu. All right. Stop playing with me. And Selena, miss me with that one. Selena being there, Selena be about 30 and look like she about 70. Straight up and down. They don't have what we got, y'all. Nobody does. And that brings me to what I'm talking about, family. Us foundational Black Americans, man, we are the blueprint. We are the culture. We are one of one. We are the top. Nobody else. You could just see by the love in the chat, and you can see by the way we communicate with each other, and we get on code and we rock, y'all. You got a bunch of Black Americans who hold it down. We're well represented. You always got to have the beginning, the middle, and the end. You always got to have somewhere in the center. You got to have the top, and you got to have a whole new gang of people coming up behind us, fam. So that's a beautiful thing. And how do you know foundational Black Americans are winning? Because everybody is watching. And when everybody's watching, they only watching the winners. And that's who we are. So I'm loving the vibrations. I'm loving the energy from everybody. I'm loving the way we get down. I'm seeing y'all in the chat. Yep, Black don't crack. Don't nobody else say that, family. That's an us thing. There's a lot of stuff that's an us thing. When you see somebody that's 70 and they look 50, that's an us thing. When you see somebody who's 50 and they look 30, that's an us thing. When you see somebody who runs every single day, gets up on their feet, makes it happen, that's an us thing. People who got the natural, the organic, that's an us thing. Everything is about us, y'all, and can't nobody do it. The reason why everybody's losing is because they've been trying to do something that they just don't have the talent or the skill to do. What we got is God-given, okay? And you can't duplicate that. These people are trying to come up with some type of synthetic way of being a foundational. There ain't none. That does not exist. We're winning because we're winning in a natural, organic fashion. We're winning just by being ourselves. We ain't got to take no shortcuts. We ain't got to jump over nothing, go around nothing. Nope. We just being foundational Black American, certified Black society. We standing on 10. We looking great and better than ever. That's why I always say shout out to all of our beautiful brothers and sisters, fam, is because that energy that we have is truly changing the world. Truly changing the world. And I love it, fam. I love representing. I love all the boomers. I love all the Gen Xers representing for the millennials, fam. Much love to all my millennial family. It's just a beautiful thing. And, you know, if you're looking around, y'all, you know, look at it right here. You know what I'm saying? That's FBA. That's, hey, fam, that's got to go down right there. That's got to go down in history, that picture right there, fam. That's got to go down in history. You feel me? That says so many things. They fallen, and foundational Black Americans, we standing strong. We standing. It's in our DNA, fam. We out here really making it happen. That's what I love about us. That's what I love about everybody. Let us continue to grow. Let us continue to shine. Let us continue to stand next to each other, and let us continue to dominate, family. And if you're really feeling the flow, you're feeling the vibe, and you're loving what we out here pushing, then enjoy every second of life, family, because foundational Black Americans, we are only taking it to another level, and we will always be right exactly where we deserve to be, and that is on top. Checkmate. Family, I'm going to send y'all a certified salute. I'm going to tell everybody we still got the hidden color stand. We had to move some stuff around, but we're going to still do it, fam. I'm going to have the fam come through. We're going to let it be known. I'm going to let y'all know when that pop off, but we're going to do it for show. We're going to represent it, and we're always going to hold each other down. Y'all make sure that y'all donate to Hidden Colors, the Kickstarter. Make sure you check that out, family. It's going to be phenomenal. Much love and respect. I'm going to see y'all out there this summer too, fam, because we're going to go to some premieres, and y'all see me live in the flesh, man. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing, and we're going to hold it down. We're going to represent to the fullest. We're going to represent to the maximum, and we're just going to stay strong. But I will definitely let you know when we do that. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all make sure y'all donate. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all stay certified. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all enjoy being a certified foundational Black American, because if you woke up as a certified foundational Black American, you already won. That go for all of my brothers and sisters in every generation, every age group. It don't matter who you are. Keep on doing your thing. Keep on representing to the fullest. And I'm going to continue to hold you down as your foundational Black American brother, and we better than all the others. Certified salute from Black Alpha. Much love and respect, y'all. You know what it is. All right. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. Everybody smash the like button. FBA all damn day. Certified all the damn time. I love you all with the passion. Y'all stay safe, and I will catch you on the other end. And when we come back around, we're going to give them that same work. You feel me? Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Y'all stay good. And always remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter where you at, that Black is beautiful, and beautiful is always Black. One love, family. Yes, indeed. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.